how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. We got ourselves the very last 5v5 1v1 duels before season 4. This Tuesday, Wednesday reset, boys. We got a brand new season that's actually going to bring in some class changes. We're looking at buffs for Paladin for sustained damage. We're looking for Affliction Warlock buffs, Arcane Mage changes that might make them perfect. And I know you're all excited. Drum roll, please. Rogue nerfs. This is my class we're talking about. This is my main we're talking about. And that one is getting nerfed. And honestly, for the 5v5 duel specifically, I'm actually kind of low-key excited just because we know how rogues are, right? We know just how much they dominate PvP. In a single lockdown, they could just steal the victory from you in the most literal sense. Between the resonator, drop down a bomb, make you explode, done, you're good to go. And just being able to lock it down in a single stun with Shadow Blades, back-to-back eviscerates with that Kyrian. I mean, these nerfs are gonna lower down their viability just a little, but then gear's gonna make up a huge portion of it. So, like, they may be a little bit down, but not out. So they're just gonna continue to dominate, I think, over the next few over this season, dude. They just it's not really gonna stop. But how you boys all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening, boys. And music back up and everything. Yeah, today's duels are for the EU region, so we'll be hopping on EU for the evening, boys. Also, what do you think about this song, man? I think it's a decent song. I think it's got a decent start. Boys, oh my god, it's gonna be so weird going back to that Shadowlands stuff, boys. Oh my god, hanging out so much over on the alpha. Gonna join PvP. Grunty, I think this week's... Yeah, Kraken, my man. How you doing, boys? Can we get an hashtag Kraken in the chat? Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate you, yo, boys. Hashtag Kraken. Get this boy up in there. Thank you so much, my man. Can we get a hashtag Kraken, boys? Showing appreciation for the wonderful, beautiful donation. My man, hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful evening. By the way, anybody of you see the Paladin update video? Paladins, while they don't have like holding changed, they got a lot of new stuff over on the talent tree. Some old familiars like Exorcism and what is it called? I just did a video on it. I forgot about it. The Judgment Moon Speed, Long Arm of the Law. I had to think about the PvP other new Outlaw talent, Long Arm of the Outlaw, and just basically take out the out. Take out out of it. Your rogues go back to Dragonflight. Can't wait for them to one shot everyone halfway to the expansion. Oh, for sure. Sudden Titan. Rogues are looking actually just disgustingly good. Like, once all the talents work. Because right now, not everything works. Like, your whole mastery playstyle with, what do you call it? The whole mastery playstyle doing bonus shadow damage on eviscerates and black powder. Right now, just... Last time I looked at it, wasn't working. This build, maybe they got it to be functional. Yeah, we got... This could be one Dragonflight to come sooner so I can play my alt raids and Mythic Plus. Yeah, for real, for real. But with Season 4, that would be the perfect time to get some maybe Mythic Pluses done on alts, man. Especially with the fact, especially when it comes to gearing. Gearing should be a little bit easier in Season 4. That should be plenty exciting. Chart of Legos? Yeah, me too. But Legos at least, at the very least, are gonna be, for Season 4, not getting increased. Apparently they announced like a whole suite of changes for the Season 4, which I'm excited for, man. Yeah, I gotta get work, I got the Warlock beta, let's go, dude. With balls of lava. Yo, apparently they had like a PvP server on there. Enjoy it when you got it, my man. Enjoy it while you got it. Alrighty, boys. Yo, y'all let me know if you got that, if you got them 5v5 1v1 groups, boys. If y'all want to join up some, I don't know if you have any available right now, but if you go to Raid's Legacy section, top number 5, there's your boy Johan looking for a group, boys. Love Big Tree, trying to make a 5-man together. Y'all more welcome to join as Alliance or Horde. Cross faction enabled. That's where the groups are gonna be. We just posted it in the pinned chat. Yeah, man, how's it going? Been playing Breath of Ghost for an entire year. Can't have enough for it. Can't wait for Frostdeek and Dragonflight. Wait, you like Breath of Ghost or not a fan of it? Because some people like been playing for a while and they're like, I'm ready for something new, or like you'll love it and you want more of it. And they're continuing that build. They continue basically 2 builds for Frost Death Knights. The machine gunner build, where it's all about slamming and slamming big obliterates into the target with Frost Strikes to follow. Or just going for a more frosty cleave build with the breath, and you got also chill streak in there too. Chillstrick is going to be a talent. So hopefully, maybe we'll see some new talents for Death Knights, but right now they're looking pretty decent and pretty standard. What's up, G? How you doing, man? Hope you have a good one. So DK can blast. I saw someone do 20k and a 23k. Yeah, right now DKs can blast, but they're going to be even, potentially even stronger in Dragonflight. Give us a group. Let's go, yo. On 5 men, ready to go. We just need your boy Gloosh to get a second up and running, and we'll be good to go, boys. Let me see, posted on Twitter, the duels. Here we go. It looks like Luch got himself a 3-man, but one's a tank. Maybe it's, is it like a cheesy tank build here? Or is it gonna be like this guy? Okay, it looked like it was maybe just a guy that was like ready to join duels, but then he was maybe just like stuck in the tank spec. Or to join, but he was taken earlier. Who knows? Dude, I don't know why I like this song so much. It has a pretty slow start, but then it really ramps up. Yo, you're just yoink. Johan, did that guy just leave your group to join Sasha? What the hell is this? Yeah, I see that you just lost a guy. That's okay though. You still got a 5-man over here. Dalaran 5v5 group. You swipes to the group as well. What is this, boys? Yo, we got 3 groups of 5 duels. Let's go, boys. Have an amazing prop warrior with me. So Breath is great, having a blast. Wait, how would a prop warrior be better for Breath, Lofty? I'm interested. Is it the spear, or maybe the mastery buff, right? The banner? That'd be amazing. Hey Dal, I can add you the message you formed the group. Yes, more than welcome to Dalaran #1340. If you guys got a 5-man, add me and I'll be good to go. Looks like Sasha Pro got a group. Yeah, let's go. We need 1 more for the Johan or 3 more for swipes. As soon as we get them in a group, we'll be good to go. Should just have 1-shot build. Yo, if somebody, that used to be a thing. Okay, when that was buffed, I would have perfectly been okay with a 1-shot build. Somebody trying it out. But as of right now, it's got nerfed to the point where you cannot 1-shot anymore. Unless you guys can literally 1-bang somebody. Guaranteed. Not even like if I crit they die, but like you will 1-bang no matter what. If somebody can guarantee that, then you know what? Maybe I could let 1 tank into the arena once. Just once. But don't play tank builds? Because normally in 5 duels we don't we have a rule. Like there's not too many rules in a 5v1 duel thing, right? Not too many. But we do have some rules. Like certain classes hopefully shouldn't be using certain PvP talents, or certain usually it's down to PvP talents though. Like certain abilities are just way too good. Like rogues using shadowy duel on the target, they're not dueling to catch a free re-stealth. Like before, when rogues were kind of squishy, we were allowed for that, so they had an extra advantage. They could at least get out of the combat. But the rogues didn't really do that much damage, like sustained, only the burst damage. So they need to like hit and run to kill somebody. But nowadays, like some rogues can do plenty of damage on their own. They don't need to do that. So our rule is, if you're gonna be joining Shadow Duel, you have to use it on a person you're dueling. And most of you guys do follow it, which is awesome. We have some special stuff like shamans. Don't drop your totems unless it's a proper 1v1. That one had to be added recently. Shadow Priest can use voice shift on allies if they're dueling, because they're kind of squishy. They're not great at duels, so this gives them a bit of an edge to maybe participate and compete and do stuff. So one of the rules is no tanks, and that's been a rule since day 1, because tanks are not well tuned by Blizzard. Like if tanks were basically another DPS but took the same amount of damage as everybody, I would have been like, you know what, no tanks. But because of the way tanks are designed, tanks can live forever, and that's not really exactly what we want to do with the duels, right? We want eventually for somebody to be a winner, but if somebody you just outlive them because your baseline take less damage than them and you don't have to try for it, it just feels like it doesn't feel great. You know what I mean? Yo, Swipes, I gotta get you out of my guy. Yo, hashtag Dalaran, hashtag 1340. What's your real ID, actual Swipes? What's your real ID? Let me get you added. Shield Slam 1-shot, yeah. What's your real ID, man? So I can maybe get you in. Was the warrior? I can't remove dude. That's my boy, man. Wish Captain, 19 days? Sorry, Wish. I gotta make some space for my man, Swipes. I know, you ready? Well, we're trying to see if we can get Swipes added. If I get Swipes added, then I can maybe get you a group right now, Sasha, to duel against. By the way, boys, thank you so much for joining. This is the last sort of 5v5 1v1 duels over in the season 3, and then we got season 4 with the next user wins a reset. Hopefully, boys are excited. All the gearing aspects are going to be available day 1, so you can start gearing the character as soon as the new server drops, as soon as the new patch drops. You can start doing new raids, new dungeons, and PvPing with an increased pool of conquest points. And I'm probably going to try to see if I can hook up with Chicago and get some twos done. I think that's going to be really fun. Do you remember Sidewinders from Hunter Back Legion? Yes, I didn't play through Hunter Legion too much, but I do remember Sidewinders. So, Sudden Titan, let me see if I had you, if you tried to add me at some point before. Sudden Titan should be pretty easy to find. That's not Hanzo. I thought it was Hansel for a second. Hanzo. Hanzo. Call me Pink. I like that name. My name is Hiaf. Killjoy. All right, let me add you real quickly. Sudden Titan. Oh God, 21,890. Is that right? SUDDN Titan. Okay, let's try that. See if that works. If I got you added. Friend request has been sent, friend. Hey, I got you in here. Whisper me real quickly. Delist your group, and I'll get you guys going. Whisper me. Yo, you hit me with that already. Let's go. You already know, dude. You already know. You already know. I got you added, bud. Let's go. Yeah, let me get you guys in here. First duel up and running. Yo, by the way, Yoan will get you in here as soon as you have a 5-man ready to go, my guy. As soon as you have it ready. We gotta get Sudden Titan and Sasha Pro in here for the first 5. I have no target because I can't spell. Nagrand. Let's do the Grand. I feel like that's the better arena to start off and a warm up with. Just a flat land of Nagrand with very, very default pillars. It is a fantastic arena to dive into first things first, in my humble opinion. Boys, let's have some fun with 5v5 1v1 duels. Let's enjoy them. Last duels of the season. So have a great time. Have a fantastic, fantastic evening. Give it your best shot. Put it all on the floor. And let's just go into season 4 with some fun, man. You know what I mean? Let's enjoy the new patch. Let's enjoy the changes that it's bringing in. You know what I keep hanging out, man. Let's give us something to do until Dragonflight. And hopefully it'll be fun. Oh, the changes look pretty good. What's up, Motivated? Hi, my guy. Hope you're having a good one. Did we just have somebody leave over on Team 2? On Forge. So Twitch. We just had somebody leave over in Team 2, so it might actually be 4v5. Which the person was in and they just left the last second. We got us falling down over on the Team 1 as a Havoc Demon Hunter. Is that a Venti or DH? It's so hard to tell. It used to be easy because all the Covenant stuff were like segmented. So when you saw like the Mog of like the Venti blades or Venti on the blades, you could tell it was a Venti. Random DK in here. We got Remedy in the back. Swipe's gonna be first up as a rogue. Looking to swipe out a victory from Kajix. Trying to see if he can take him out before Kajix puts himself out in the open. A bit of Phantom Knives. Got himself the Tabard of Flames. So this guy's going in full tier. Is that tier 1 set? Not tier 2? Is that tier 1 and tier 2 chat? The Bloodfang set. Looks amazing with those daggers and that Tabard, honestly. It looks like Lexi is going to be there for the Team 1 on the standby. We got Ark over for the Team 1 sleeping. We got Emeris also sleeping. We got Gloosh watching these boys sleep. And we got Cages getting locked down to still getting shot full damage. Trying to go for cloaks, sipping up everything. Removing all the damage on the swipes. That's going to be evasion for not swipes. But actually, Cages, did it look like he was going to go evasion? I thought somebody pressed evasion. Swear to God. Cloak of Shadows up for swipes. Sails even down on Kajix. Kajix with an evasion. Trying to see if he may be able to live long enough. If swipes gets a stun on him, he might be okay. Evasion's up. But it's going to be a Shadow Step into an eviscerate by Kajix. Taking him out. Trying to see if he can take down the Seed Pod. That Shadow Step into an eviscerate was very ballsy. I'm surprised he didn't go for a Shadow Step cheap shot just to make sure he has him locked down. But I guess he didn't want to get a trick out of him at all. And the blind was available for either rogue, but I guess both of them decided they were just going to go in and hammer up as much damage into each other as humanly possible. And only one of them came out in a victory, with Ramdiki going to be up next. What's up, Motivated? How you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. Yeah, do you remember? Sidewand is back in Legion. I remember messing with him a little. I don't remember enjoying him too much, but it's okay. Phantom Master, Ignore Pain. Oh, yeah, that's true. They're buffing that, aren't they? Ignore Pain spam. Kajix opening up with his Shadow Strike. on a random DK sped, and that's going to be getting a shot to follow stone onto KJX as an IBF comes out. Random DK just trying to see if he can maximize damage immediately. Going to be beefing up the pet, root onto KJX, letting the pet do as much work on him as possible. Is he running the talent that gives him a fire chain between him and the... I think he is, but he just can't see it. KJX is slowed down. Random DK just landing the pet, unleash full carnage on him, just trying to stay as far away from him as he can. Holding on to the trinket, letting that flesh gun hold on. That's going to be trinket a little bit late as he's trying to see if he can escape. The stun lock to KJX is going to be diving back into stealth as soon as Random DK throws out that extra abomination limb, starts crawling around him wildly, but KJX nowhere to be found, avoiding the hand entirely. Random DK has himself a full set of runic power, ready to go with damage. Small dot onto KJX with the ghoul around the corner. If you can just somewhere amp up his damage, you may be in a fantastic spot. Stun onto KJX, trying to see if you can lock him down. Army of the Dead joined in. Evasion up for KJX, stunning out Random DK. No way for him to get out. This is where KJX needs to maximize the damage while avoiding this ghoulish army. Stun onto Random DK. Again, just trying to avoid all these pets, but they're just continuing to claw him. I think it may be over for the rogue cheat death. I just trying to see if he can escape it. With the ghoul still chasing after KJX. Random, if you can somehow get some kind of CC onto KJX, death and decay down. Does get him back in combat. That's going to pet empowered. The pet is eventually going to have its CC fall off. Stream shot onto Random DK. SK just trying to make a play. Almost got him down. Random trying to see if he can survive as best as possible. It's going to be going for Death Strikes immediately. Has himself full bar of runic power, but a Fury Warrior chasing after him. Unstoppable During Blazestorm taking him out. Not even giving him a chance to recover with falling down. Is actually playing the Vanthir Demon Hunter. Ark is going to go for a trinket, banner up and running. Got himself big friend to reach in with a flesh count. Is it just unstoppable? Did he get a kick out of falling? I don't think he got a kick. I think he literally decided to go for a flush cuff just to give himself a defensive and no interrupts out of falling down. Charge around the corner for Ark. Needs to get himself a little bit more healing. Does pick up a little bit of quick heal with an Impediment, but it may not be enough. Just get an absolute rampage zombed by the Demon Hunter. As just trying to go for a Dora Shadow's Quick Fear on by Ark onto the DH. Needs himself a little bit more healing survivability. That's stun locking him down, and that's going to be falling down, just cleaving right through him, slicing the boy into pieces. With Glitch going to be up next. Get a shot immediately. Shadow Blades to follow. Is that a proc of blades or is that real blades? Doesn't even matter. Just absolutely taking down the Demon Hunter, grabbing him by the scruff of his neck and then bodying him. With Lexi's going to be up next, another sub of Gloosh. It looks like Gloosh did burn the actual Shadow Blades this time around. It's really going to come down to a bit of a chess match with these rogues, but Gloosh is going to be behind without Shadow Blades, unless he gets a free proc of Shadow Blades with a tier set. He may be a little bit behind damage-wise. Lexi is also playing against an Orc who does have some stun resistance. So those kidney shots and dream shot combos are not going to be as effective. So Glitch is going to have to be very, very careful with it. He knows that Lexi picked up the eye. Shadow Step up next to him. Kidney shot to follow. That's going to be mid resonant. That's going to be a trick out of Lexi's. That's a perfect opportunity for Glitch to maybe make a play. Unless Lexi just takes him down blind immediately. Glitch trying to make sure that he gets out of this scot-free. Did not go for a sap on Lexi. So that's going to be perfect. And Lexi's found himself with no health whatsoever. Glitch actually just outplayed him with that. Lexi's doesn't even have a trinket. Nothing. Anything at all. As long as you have a kidney shot. Looks like he just goes in a little bit early with a quick Kyrian and an Eviscerate. Immediately going into Revity. Doesn't even give a break between the two. Immediate cheap shot. Revity may have to bubble this. Absolutely at low health. He's going to be popping wings. Maybe can get himself a little bit of survivability. Tried to go for a stun to Gloosh, but looks like Gloosh maybe vanished it? Shadow melted? I think he may have shadow melted the stun. I swear to God, there was a hodge into Sam as Revity tried to see if he can back up to him. Revity, though, still holding on to that bubble. So far, hasn't given that agility at all. And may need to use that immunity here. Human Rachel to break out of that stun. The stuns are going to be very DR'd. Revity with the disarm may have to bubble this. And I think he has to. He just waited until the last second. If that was a fat crit out of Gloosh, however, that Eviscerate almost took down Revity. No wonder they nerfed the Rogue's Eviscerates in the next patch for Season 4. It's actually crazy. Just how much damage did they do back to back. Gloosh diving back into stealth. Revity has forbearance for a little bit. Definitely needs to use basic protection as soon as possible. Does he have a heal or is this over? Does Gloosh take him out? Revity does end up getting sniped out. Did he have a HUD by then? That's rough, man. With this rogue absolutely walking in. This is why rogues are getting nerfed over in the Season 4, boys. This is exactly why. They're hitting after the Eviscerates, which are empowered with that Kyrian. They're also if they crit, I mean, they do a ton of damage. And finality? My goodness. Sheesh. I can't do the sheesh because I haven't slept much and I can't really do a high pitch. Sheesh, but you know what I mean. Boys, let's get another up and running, yeah? Let's get another one up and running. Oh man, I feel like I'm getting sick. I'm so stuffed up. I'm so stuffed up, boys. What are we at? 190. Dude, this part of the song is a bop. Is it me? Am I the only one? 200, let's go, boys! Johan still 4 out of 5, boys! Johan is looking for a +1. If y'all want to join him up, he's looking for a +1 over for 5v5 1v1 duels. We find the duels over in the Rage Legacy. I know it's weird, but this does allow us for some cross-faction gameplay. So if you want to join, I love Big Tree. He needs one more. It'll be good to go. Join us in Rage Legacy 1. Let's go, boys. What's up, Too Fast? Man, hope you have a good one. 2-1, yeah. Hi, man. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Hope you boys are all having a good one. Banner Master, but also ignore pain spams. Allow him to not move much. Take it to the face. Oh, okay. Hey, Dalaran, are we allowed 3 rogues? There are 3 in our group. Let's try it. Let's try to keep it down to 2 rogues, since they are so strong. Unless one rogue is outlaw. Play a little differently than stealthy rogues. Yo, Johan got a group. Let's get Johan and Sasha Pro back in here, yeah? Let's get these boys up and running. Doing good, hope you are too. Haven't been sleeping much, but otherwise, yeah, otherwise good. Wait, 1 rolled mage, we have 2 rogues. Okay. Let me get Johan and Sasha Pro in here real quickly. Johan, make sure you delist yourself from LFG and we'll be good to go. Johan and Sasha Pro and Johan. Yeah, there we go. We'll get you in here. We'll get Sudden Death back in there. Probably against Johan just so we can get a bit of variety of groups here. Because these 2 are dueling each other, but these 2 haven't dueled each other. And we'll get them to duel each other. And then we'll just kind of switch you guys around and rotate you and see how it goes. Did I not get it working? Really? Okay. I guess I gotta go again. Did I say Sasha's name maybe? Sasha Pro and Johan. Now it worked. Hell yeah. Alright, Sudden, we get you in here immediately as soon as Johan and Sasha get to play. But trust me, with Glitch being in there, it's gonna be a 5-minute game. So in 5 minutes, we'll queue you guys back up and hit out a hit. Unless Taxi just absolutely slams the team. Yo, Taxi, are you excited for them but them Affliction Warlock buffs? They're looking real good. Dude, 30% more damage on Corruption. I mean, Corruption tickles, but hopefully it'll do a little bit more now. 30% seems impactful, man. That's huge. That's massive. How you doing, by the way? Hope you're having a beautiful day, my guy. Hell yeah, boys. Hell yeah. Alright, let me get a good song, man. Let me get a good one of these duels. That's a good one. I like this one a lot. So Twitch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Kajix. On that team, we got ourselves Glitch. We got ourselves Janyag? Wait. Danya. What is this? What's his name? I see Ron in there. Last few letters is Ron, so I'm gonna call him Ron. We got a Mary. We got ourselves mocked MVP joining back in. Let's go. It looks like it's going to be the Paladin charging out versus Naze. As Naze sending in the team, it's going to be immediate stun on all those pets with the Wake of Ashes. Tried to summon up a Tyrant very, very early versus a Merrick. It's going to be Shield. Flesh got broken up. Mordecai next. Could potentially be a bubble out of a Merrick really early. Does decide to bubble up and go for a little bit of self-heal. Not really looking to engage with Naze. Just trying to see if he can avoid these pets. But that's going to be all these pets in power for a little bit longer. Those Felguards absolutely just tearing right through him. Is that going to be maybe more Team Dagas? Naze trying to see if he can swing around the corner. Sending out even more pets in versus a Mary, who's trying to keep the pressure rolling and against Naze with the wall to follow. Mary trying to see if he can back up out of there for just a second, but it's going to be a quick CC and it's going to back in there full wing Seraphim ready to go. Naze not in a great spot. Oh, I think he actually might have got combo just now. Look, really badly. Really badly combo. Too Fast going to be up next. Trying to see if he maybe take him out as a Soldier Rogue, as an undead. That's an eviscerate animation that I haven't seen in a long while. Maybe trying to see if he can maybe get away from it with a Blessing of Protection forced out by the Rogue. No more bubble. No more bop. Not a lot of defenses real left in this arena. It's Too Fast. Trying to see if he can maybe end this early. I like his whole purple mod going on here. Resident Tricket. Is it going to be one eviscerate? Maybe. Resonator doesn't quite kill him, but that's going to be a couple of shadow strikes to follow. Mogdem charging out maybe a little early, but it's okay. He connected as the paladin died, so more or less he didn't start in combat or too fast too early. He did get a root on him though, which is kind of awkward. Evasion up for too fast. Going to be a little bit of a flesh cut up for Mogdem. Trying to regain a bit of a shield. Blind by too fast really early. Forcing a trinket out of the warrior. That's going to be full stun. Too fast trying to see if it maybe can take him out, but looks like maybe that's going to be the DRs. The stun DRs potentially get him low. With Whirlwind's catching up to too fast for a second, but then the warrior turned left instead of right. If he just kept going the same direction, he would have continued hitting too fast and got him out of stealth eventually. Sap onto Mogdem. Could go for Zerkers, but a lot of his cooldowns are just out of the window. Does still hold on to a Reckless Abandon, so Reckless Abandon, Recklesses could potentially be what wins the game. He doesn't have to worry about the evasion from the rogue anymore, so as long as he can just get line of sight of the rogue and lift it with the stones, he'll be okay. Too fast, get hit with the blade sword immediately, get up to the Shadow Blades rolling in, kidney shot onto Mogdem. If he can survive this kidney shot and then continue the pressure onto the rogue, he may be in a great spot, trying to go for a bit of a frenzy regen in order to get himself a little bit extra regeneration. Into another cheap shot, maybe another visitor by the rogue, trying to get himself a bit of healing, and then eventually catch him back up. Too fast and low health whatsoever, trying to get himself a bit of heal. Maybe has to go for a juke. Does he get a proper juke? No! He goes to go for a juke, but Mogdem already had an execute ready, so he literally executed behind his back as the boy popped off. My goodness. Mogdem absolutely just dominated him. But Too Fast also played really, really well. Is that Gloosh up next immediately? No, it's not. Hold on. Is it Big Tree? It is Big Tree as Mogdem goes back behind all the way into the starting room. I think Glitch is just kind of waiting out for him like, what are you doing? It looks like Mogdem maybe tried to back up. You probably realize it's a stealthy duel next. Big Berserk onto Mogdem. Berserk is screaming out to the nearby allies, but they're giving him some space. I'm glad that they're not attacking the Pharaoh immediately. Oh, and the bleeds just rot him down. With Glitch up next, taking that fear. Trying to see if he can go for a cheeky resonator off of that warrior sphere. Oh, but it didn't last long enough. Victory wasn't able to avoid it. With a bark skin to follow as Glitch looking to back up out of there. Glitch should take a bit of bleed damage from him though. But if it else, over. I've already thought of a new build, Tagsy. I cannot wait. Missing one in the group. Alright, Sudden Death. Sudden's looking for more boys. Check him out in LFG, man. Find him in the LFG Legacy raids so we can utilize that cross-faction, boys. Yeah? Glitch looking for the Feral Druid. Kidney shot to lock him down for a second. Shadow Blades at the ready. I think it was a proc of Blades too. So it's still doing quite a bit of extra bonus damage. Friends of Regen, emergency heal. Does come out of Love Victory. Looking to lock him down with a Cyclone. And he's able to get himself a little bit of healing. Glitch not giving up the trinket that easily. Gonna be yet another clone, but Eclectic Shadows is gonna stop it. Big Tree going back in the counter. Does he have a stun for Glitch? Gonna be evasion already. Big Tree popping hold the defense's wall as well as yet another Friends of Regen wall and bear. Has to wait out until Glitch's evasion is over, but Glitch decided to get super aggressive there. Gonna be Love Victory. Could potentially go for a proper stun onto Glitch. Get a shot after he trinkets, I think a cheap shot. And that's gonna be mad damage out of the rogue Glitch. Taking him out. Iron Craw is gonna be up next to the Beastmaster Hunter. Got himself double the pets. That's gonna be a flare for Glitch. Glitch out in the open with a Hunter's Mark. Looks like he's got just out in the open, letting the Hunter get a Hunter's Mark on him. More or less. Raptors charging around the corner. But didn't Craw, I swear to God, I thought you had not a Rapture as a secondary pet. I thought you had a Chimera. But maybe I couldn't see it well in the camo. Which means camo works. Into a full stun into Iron Craw. Does go for a trick. It's super late. Cheap shot right after. And Glitch is going to back up, retreat until the DRs on the stun are back off and ready. Into a flate shot. Iron Craw trying to see if he can bind him down. Blind right after. Does not have an escape. And Glitch is going to get hit with a chimeric poison. Reduces some of his damage, some of his healing. For a short time. Smoke Bomb trying to give himself a bit of cover. Kidney shot onto Iron Craw. No escapes from this. And I think Glitch is going to have him here. Does it have taken him out with Tagsy. Last one left over for the team 2 to hold the fort versus Glitch versus Kajix versus Ron the Monk. Trying to see if he may be able to prevent the team 1 from taking the win here. It is going to be quite a tough match though. Ever since they reduced the armor of Affliction Warlocks, it does make him a lot more susceptible to physical damage. Gonna be sending in the Succubus really early versus Glitch. Does get in with a Disarm though. Glitch disarming the Succubus is an interesting move, but if you run Disarm and you can disarm the Warlock, might as well disarm the pet. Gonna be immediate Resonator Trinket Tagsy. Try to cover himself up with a Dark Pact. Is able to absorb and soak up a lot of damage into Dark Pact. Mortical immediately versus Glitch. No Cloak for Rogue for quite a bit, actually. So Tagsy could potentially get some damage up and running with the glitch. Try to go from a left and capture spam. Hope that you may force out a Cloak of Shadows, at least get him low enough. That's going to be yet another Rapture. Glitch taking a little bit of that dot damage. Waiting to use Cloak until a little bit later. Definitely needs a little more survivability. Hoping to get some counter pressure versus Tagsy into immediate human racial ports out of the glitch. Trying to see if he can stay on him. May need to Cloak of Shadows. There it goes. Tagsy trying to see if he can soul shape out of there. Using the mobility defensively. And Glitch dives into stealth, I think, with a Shadow Meld. So unless Tagsy finds him right now, Glitch is definitely going to be able to be safe in stealth until he goes in for another opener versus Tagsy. But as long as he has a succubus in the right spot, he could completely deny the go by the rogue. Has a trinket, so the most likely trinketed. Tagsy, if he has maybe Mortal Coil to follow, he could be okay. Does have a Dark Pact in order to cover himself, and looks like he's playing a different rune of casting. It's actually going to be maybe Lannister in his main pet. Where is the succubus? It's not able to get a CC. Looks like Succubus was maybe in a bad position. I don't really know where. Looks like Succubus trying to see if he can swing around the corner at the last second. Drained by Tagsy. Trying to get interrupted. Does get a juke out onto Glitch. Is able to finally go for some drains. And maybe can get himself a little bit of healing. Quick chicken by Glitch with the blind as he gets fully rotted or rotted. Wait, Glitch may just die to these dots right now. Does he survive him? He barely had health. Looks like he does go down. Tagsy did. What an execution sentence on that guy. Actually just like made it so that it's impossible for him to come back unless you have a cloak. And Tagsy did go for the Dark Glitch along his dots, playing against Ron up next. And that's going to be Tagsy. Definitely needs to go for as much self-healing. We are not super high into dampening either, so if you can just kite out this monk, which I know is impossible, it's a monk. It's a monk, but maybe you can use the gateways in order to get around. Potentially use a succubus CC. Does prevent it. Stun by Ron. Trying to see if he can lock Tagsy down. Unless he can... Oh! I was going to say, unless he can maybe take that port. Maybe he survives it. But that Rise's Sun Kick crit just ends up eliminating him. That is so rough. That is so rough. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one up and running. Yeah, let's get another group rolling from 5V5 1v1 Duels, boys. Dude, that was good, actually. I actually really enjoyed that. Watch your tags to rot somebody down. Like, when you get the dots on them and they're panicking, running circles, they're trying to go again. We can get you in here, Johan. Sudden death, you have a 5-man. Otherwise, we need to get probably Sasha if he's got a group. If you guys want to join the boys for 5v5 groups, they need a +1. Join them over in the Raids Legacy. Today's duels are over on the EU, boys. They need a +1. Alliance and Horde are welcome. We host these in Raids Legacy, so then Alliance and Horde can all play together. So if you want to join in, cross-faction enabled, you could do that. Or if you want to join a 5v1 dueling community, that's another way for boys to get in here. That's another way for boys to join in. You know, Motherboar to utilize the community is there for a reason. But it looks like the Raids Legacy thing is working pretty well for the most part. Have faith in the Tagsy. Zdarova, Vova, how you doing, my man? Zdarova, Kidila. 200, 201. Yo. I guess while... Boys, join up with Sudden. But for now, we'll get Sasha and Johan back in here for a bit of a rematch, yeah? Maybe Tagsy will get another run without all these monks first and rogues. Maybe you'll be able to fight the rest of the team. Oh, wait, you actually just got a 5-man? Let's go. I gotta get you in here immediately. I don't know if this queue will work or not. I just got Johan and Sashi in. Just said only got 4. Oh, what? Did one of the team Johan dip to join Sudden? Is that what happened? That's messed up, man. That's actually messed up, bro. Why you doing like that? Is that alright to wait? I say you wait until 5-man, Johan. I say I would press decline right here. I would press decline. Join queue. We have hacks now. We got Tagsy. Wait, Tagsy left 5-man. Okay, awesome. Oh, so we apparently got 5-man for everybody. Okay, Burnham McCune. Do I need to Is it working? Hold on. So if you guys got a 5-man, let's get Johan. So it looks like Sudden got a 5-man. Sudden Titan. And Johan got a group. So let's get them both against each other. Because they did say that I wanted those two to duel each other for variety. Sasha, your group is going to have to wait like 5 minutes until this next duel. And then we'll get you guys back in on standby, yeah? Just let your group know, yo, 5 minutes. The other teams are playing each other. And we'll be back up in the action. By the way, boys, I hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. What's up, Skeeter? I do, man. Hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, man, basically it's now 2 points instead of 3. Yeah, it's actually looking kind of good, Jake. I'm very excited about these Hunter changes. Did you see the new blue post about Hunter updates? I'm excited to see what they're going to do to Priest and Hunter's Man. But I'm also wondering if we'll get more Mage updates and Paladins as well. We're still waiting for the Holy. Red looking interesting, man. It actually looks like it could do a lot of AoE. Granted, not a lot of mobility in that build, but a lot of AoE. And the protection paladin is different and weird. It feels sturdier than normal to some degree. And then you have like a big self-heal element and then a big defensive element with shield, but it doesn't have the greatest uptime on it. It feels weird, it feels different. So I wonder if they'll keep it the original build or they'll change it going forward. But definitely feels weird not being able to shield to the righteous constantly maintaining it. But that may be better, honestly, just to give them like a little bit better baseline tankiness rather than forcing them to maintain that ability at all times or you just squish and you die. I think it's better. Switch. We got ourselves swipes over for the team 1. Already prowling around looking for... It looks like it's going to be too fast, the rogue. I love that undead. I love the purple, by the way. I think it's fantastic. Over for the team 2. We got ourselves Naze. We got ourselves Ironclaw. We got Big Tree. We got ourselves DHX? I don't know how to say your name really. We got ourselves Tagsy over for the team 1. We got Ilfo, the Retribution Paladin. Reventy also on the Retribution. I like that green film mock, but also looks like it's short shorts. Like you're ready for summer. I love it. Lexi's over for the team 1 as well. With Swipes and Too Fast walking by each other, skulking next to one another, but don't quite find each other at all. It looks like Too Fast used to be on top of him. I think it's the only way to do it. Too Fast trying to go for Phantom Knives. Does he get stabbed by Swipes or Phantom Knives out in the open? Honestly, right now, both rogues are looking for each other. Whoever gets the opener, I think, is going to have a bit of advantage. Swipes trying to see if he may be able to get a stab. Does not go for a Shadow Step. If Too Fast goes for Phantom Knives and Swipes next to him, he's going to be able to find him. If he is fast on a draw, Shadow Dance into a cheap shot could be great. Swipes right next to him. Again, just trying to see if he can use that cover of stealth. Playing it very, very ballsy. Too Fast, if you Phantom Knives gets him out. They both find each other. Immediate cheap shot by Too Fast is quick on the draw. Immediately Trinket for Swipes into cheap shot right after blind to follow. Oh my god. Just gonna do him dirty with the Resonator. Are you kidding me? My goodness, dude. No wonder they're nerfing rogues for season 4. Look at this. How do you watch that gameplay? You're like, yeah, that was fair. That was fair. He stunned him, so you Trinket, he blinds it, and then he just kills a grenade. Yeah, that's fair. My god, the major nerf. I mean, rogues are going to get even more gear, and rogues scale well with endgame gear, so I honestly feel like they may need to do another nerf. Too Fast did burn a Trinket for that one, though. Did burn a Trinket. Try to see if you're able to take down Lexi. Lexi knows that there's no Trinket on this guy, so he knows he can do the full damage. The Resonator down. Cheap shots to follow. Too Fast has nowhere to go. Shadow Dance right after. Actually, doesn't quite kill him immediately. Too Fast with an evasion right after. That's going to be immediate disarm onto Lexi. Does Too Fast go for advantage? He may want to, honestly. Still try to keep those Shadow Sex rolling. Blind on Too Fast Lexi's. Still has the saps ready, unless this man makes a mistake. Too Fast looks to covered all the health back, though. Lexi's plenty healthy. Too Fast, plenty healthy. Does not have the Resonator this time. Does he have the crits? That's what he's looking for right now. Does he get them? Too Fast with immediate advantage as he gets it with the disarm. Is there dots rolling on him? Lexi's may have made a mistake. Too Fast trying to see if he can get him with a sap. Gonna be Phantom Knights. Saps him in between of his fans. No way. Lexi's still holding on to a Trinket. It's not over. He can still turn around versus Too Fast. Too Fast with his Shadow Blades immediately. Trying to see if he can carry him down. That is an orc, so he doesn't sit stuns long at all. Has to chain those cheap shots to make sure they're airtight. Kidney onto Too Fast. Has himself Dance and Shadow Blades available. Is it gonna be enough? It is gonna be enough. Man, that is crazy. There's actually so much. So much damn with Aya. My goodness, we got rogue into rogue into rogue. At least all these rogues are going at each other, and it just exhausting each other's cooldowns, right? So maybe when Big Tree goes in next, or maybe when Ironclaw, maybe when Naze goes in, at least they're not going into rogues with full CDs. Lexis still holding onto the Trinket. Cheap shot by Ayo, who got himself that evasion, and Lexis diving into that vanish, trying to see if he can skulk away. Is there a bleed rolling on him? If Ayo was fast enough and got a rupture, which I don't think most rogues do. At this point, like, there's no need to put up rupture. It doesn't give you more damage on a target, so you just eviscerate just for the sake of eviscerate. Cloak Shadows by Lexi's gonna be immediate Trinket with a blind, and Lexi's still holding on to the Trinket. He can still turn around into Ayo. Sap? Yeah, there's gonna be a sap, but he has an answer. He just doesn't have the dance. He has the answer, but he doesn't have dances. He doesn't have vanish or nothing. Still holding on to cheap shot. Does he use the Trinkets? That's gonna be a Resonator. Tries to walk out of it. That's gonna be eviscerate. That is gonna force out cheap death. There's not enough comp points in order to get himself. Actually, no, he does have Shadow Dance. He does a shadowy duel. He's able to get back-to-back stuns on the AO. Does not have a blind, but very, very soon, if he can live 5 seconds, somehow if he can live 5 seconds, he may be able to get a blind. Oh, he just wins this. There's no way he loses. Unless Lexis doesn't have the damage, he wins. Does he have a stun? Oh, why is he so close, dude? Why are these heroic duels so close? Oh my god, cheap shot? Does he have the go? Resonator has an evasion just in case. Oh, but he vanishes out. Gonna be shadow step immediately. Oh my god, that was so good. What is so good? Oh my god, that was shadow strike from the back. Just hit him with it. Crit just believed. He believed in that shadow strike. With Big Shit gonna be up and running again. Another stealthy, trying to see if he can maybe claw him out in the open. Almost gets him. Almost gets him. When you guys play Cat in duels, you probably play Guardian Affinity or Rest Affinity, right? I was thinking if you have Boom Affinity, you definitely had the reach with that brutal slash, brutal swipe. Cheap shots back to back by Lexis, trying to control the Feral. Gonna be going for a shadow step, but it's gonna be a juke. No jukes, but a low victory. Oh, he still gets a juke out, but the bleeds are already rolling Lexis with a berserk. Trying to see if he maybe can avoid the Feral. Does not have another shadow step, and that's gonna be Lexis just rotting down. I think there's nothing you can do. Try to press feign. The bleeds are still trucking him down. Vanish a follower. Maybe he can get a small shield, and Love Big Chick can maybe get him out. But Lexis is still rotting down to dots. If you can just dot him back up while he's in combat, you'll be okay. Dots are still on him for just a little bit longer. Does he get him out in the open? Moonfire him. Immediately moonfires. He knows he wins this. He just gotta get some moonfires on this guy. Trinkets. Maybe Love Victory may have tricketed really early, but Lexis does cloak that moonfire, so maybe not the worst idea. Definitely has to get the rogue in combat immediately as soon as you can. Lexis dive back into stealth. I think with some dots rolling in, he does have dots, but he did regain a lot of health back. I think he's going for the big sipping cup from Kyrian, where he basically recovers all of his health. It's over a long period of time. Can shout into Love Victory. No trinket available. Does not have a pre-walled, but Barskin is there. Friends of Region keeping him alive, but barely. Just hanging in by the skin of his teeth. And that's going to be a blind, locking down the Feral Druid unless Lexis makes a mistake. Or somehow these dodges do work. He jumps down without a sap. That may have been the mistake we were looking for, chat. If you were hoping this rogue would go down in this duel, I think that mistake of not getting the sap may have been a DR onto Feral Druid. I'm not quite sure, but if that was the mistake that the Feral needed, or that's exactly what he needed from that one. Gonna be UFO up next. I'm surprised you're not letting my boy Taxi go next. I thought it was, I swear to God, I thought it was gonna be a Warlock game, but it's like, looks like it's a Rogue and a Paladin game because we do have quite a bit of Paladins here. Rogues, Paladins, Ferals, oh my. Love Big Tree, try to see if he can get a regrowth around the corner. Does get a restart onto UFO, diving into the prowl last second in order to make sure you get a proper opener, put in some dots onto the Paladin, letting those bleeds rot down the flesh graft, slowly rip it away. And UFO trying to see if he can close the gap, getting some bit of damage, trying to keep the resources generating. That's going to be a Barskin for Love Victory in the cat form. So that's going to be a full Hodge. Does he have enough damage? You can still burn through the cat's Barskin here. Still in a deadly situation. Quick roar. Does have a bear form. It's going to be wall. It does get himself a big sprint in order to get the hell out of dodge. With UFO still rotting down to dots a little, but it's going to turn a lot of that holy power that he had already for damage into a little bit of a self-heal with Flesh Cut to follow. Trying to keep himself alive as best as he can. Love Victory diving back into stealth, waiting out for the Paladin. He could pick up the eyes. One of the two eyes that are available. We are hitting the 8-minute mark. 19% dampener game, boys. And Big Tree, he got himself chicken back up. Most likely will have Barskin looking to recover a little bit of health so you can go into this duel a little bit healthier. Looking for the prowl. Does he get it? Maybe Shadow Meld? And UFO is going to be able to deny the Feral stealth unless he burns the Shadow Meld. This man is not going to be able to get a proper opener. Immediate trinket for the Hodge. Did not want to mess around to find out. To see if those procs of the Necrolord Gavel will be enough to take down a Druid without a Barkskin. And maybe ballsy, but as long as you can catch yourself with a Barkskin, maybe in bear form during the wings of UFO, which I don't think use wings maybe once, but it's hard to tell. I don't think he has, actually. I think maybe he's just trying to see if he can get all the CDs out of Big Tree. He really goes for a proper Hodge, wings blaring, cleaving down the kitty. Maybe that's the play. Gonna be a Big Tree trying to get a rake opener. Doesn't quite get the biggest bleeds, but it is an opportunity for him to do the most amount of damage over time. UFO could potentially go for immunity. It's gonna go for a bit of a flash of light, but 25% dampening with a Killer Slime spinning on him. He is actually taking a bit of damn. If maybe Big Tree could get back in there with a Berserk, get a Skull Bash interrupt on a heal, deny the bubble or bow for Pala, it could be potentially a winning play. But I don't think he wants to burn it that quickly. I think he wants to have to wait for a bit. Gonna be UFO just trying to see if he can wait out for Big Tree. The Pharaoh's being very, very careful, trying not to step his delicate little paws in the consecration, trying to go for a bit of a rake stun opener, but couldn't quite do it. Barks up immediately. UFO knock him in wings, but still getting quite a lot of damage out of Big Tree. Does he have emergency healing? There goes the Friends of Region. At this point, he's got nothing real left. Gonna be UFO trying to see if he keeps himself mobile with a maim. As Big Tree trying to see if he can find himself an escape. Does the Pharaoh get a clean one? UFO trying not to let him go anywhere. Just keep slamming hammers. Thorn's not letting him go anywhere either. UFO has a line of sight of Pharaoh, hits him with a slow from a distance, just trying to keep him in combat as best as he can. He has him in that execute range, so he should be able to get some Hammer of Wrath in there. And definitely should keep himself in line of sight for as much as possible. Gonna be a bit of a battle mess chicken for Big Tree. Give himself a little bit more health. UFO again trying not to commit waste into this one. He feels like he may be able just to proc down the Pharaoh. Does burn a trinket in order to take him down. Has wings, has immunities. So maybe that's what he's trying to do. Trying to save those until later into the duel with a higher dampener. Iron Claw is gonna be next. Iron Claw? I like your Mog. Also, you're a Maggie Orc. I like it. Stun onto UFO may be an immunity that we're looking for. UFO try to see if he can get himself some resources up and running. Stun onto one of these pets. Flash cut to follow. Iron Claw does have the interrupt ready. That's also going to be a not just an interrupt, but also a what's it called? Chimeric? Does Chimeric Silence work against Flash Cut when you're channeling and you got that Marileth immunity? To CC, gonna be a bubble out of UFO with wings to follow. Try to see if he can maximize damage, but Iron Claw is quick with a turtle shell before he gets stun locked. Try to see if he can get a binding shot onto UFO. It doesn't quite do value. Didn't really get much out of it. Freezing trap onto UFO as he jumps up, trying to get himself a bit of damage. That's going to be a flame shot on him. If he can get himself the proxy kill shot, he'll be in a fantastic spot. He has to get himself an interrupt versus UFO. UFO looks like he has a bit of line of sight onto Iron Claw, who's trying to get some damage in. Is able to jump up and get a couple of those Cobra shots in there. But UFO had no help whatsoever. Diving away from all these pets. Iron Claw just looking to reposition back up the top. And UFO diving under the bridge in order to catch up a little bit of healing. Trying to see if they can get himself some kind of recovery rolling. Stun into one of these pets. Just trying to see if he can focus down hopefully on the main pet of Iron Claw. Because if he can take down that pet, he may be in a fantastic spot. Still, just focusing that pet, just putting all the punishment into it. Blessing of protection as he just continues to decimate onto that pet. Does take the main pet. This Iron Claw needs to get a pet rolling, but he doesn't have a turtle to cover himself. This man may actually be in trouble. Freezing trap onto UFO. Get a pet up and running immediately. You need your pet. Feign death, camo, unless he just goes for random AoE and gets that other pet out. Iron Claw is definitely going to need to get a full pet rolling. Wait, is that a real pet that he killed, or is that a animal companion pet? Because your pet is not despawning. Shouldn't it despawn if you don't have a main pet? I'm not sure. Or is it eventually going to despawn? I'm not sure how that works. But wait, does Iron Claw realize he doesn't have a proper pet? Or is that his main pet? I'm still confused. I'm still not sure. UFO could potentially pick up the eyes and find him, but Iron Claw just diving in stealth and waiting there, letting the camo do work. I'm not really sure if he has. Looks like he is trying to revive his normal pet. There goes the despawn of that bonus animal companion. So UFO was right to focus down that one raptor. There's two raptors, both look the same, probably have the same name. So it makes it a little bit confusing to find out which one is real, but only one of them gets some of the buffs that the other doesn't. Stun onto Iron Claw. That's going to be a stun back into UFO as Iron Claw does burn a trigger for it. UFO does not have immunities anymore. Could it be that Chimeric Poison courses through him, but he's able to avoid the pets quite easily. He has a free in order to keep himself from slowed. And Iron Claw again pushing in really close into melee. Got the flame shot on him. Needs to get kill shots back to back. Does get kill shots for rolling. That's going to be shield defense. UFO does chicken out of the facing trap. Looks like he's going to be stuck with the pets. Cannot go anywhere. No hand of freedom. If Iron Claw can just maximize a little bit of more damage, he'll be okay. UFO has himself a bit of a defensive with that shield. And trying to use that shield and momentum in order to advance towards Iron Claw. Stun to follow. I think he might just have him doing procs right now for the Paladin. Looks like he does him slamming him out. Crushing the boy. With Nace charging and trying to see if he may be able to deny the Paladin any more victory. 13 minutes in a duel. 52% dampening, sending out all the demons in there. With a stun with an extra Felguard Tyrant to follow. UFO doesn't sit that stun long at all. More to call right after. That's going to be all the pets around him with an obelisk empowering all his pets damage. UFO, unless you have a way to avoid these pets, he doesn't Wake Up Ash to stun them. So this can give himself a little bit more of a survivability. Trying to duck away from Naces, trying to land a fear. Interrupt to follow UFO with all the demon doggers with a soul rod right after, just surrounded by all those pets. Unless you have a heal, it's over. It looks like Nace pushes in with a couple of demon bolts, make sure that it is done and over with. Tagsy Not last one left in Team 1, but most likely will be the last one to fight Naze, unless Naze takes him out right here. If Naze dominates Taxi, takes him out of the competition, he'll at least have Remington to fight. Gonna be immediate intro by Taxi, trying to go for the wall, full dots on the Naze, gonna amp up those dots immediately. Naze is gonna be just rotting down behind the pillar. Not much you can do unless he wants to pop a wall to reduce some of the damage. Does have the pets that he can at least drain life from, at least one pet, but he doesn't get removed. It looks like Naze is gonna be down for the count. He got him some wall, trying to give him whatever survivability he can, but that's just a slight damage reduction, but he's just melted those dots either way. I think it's over. Oh my god, it is just over. Taxi just went behind the pillar, knowing that it's done. Just loaded him up and he was like, I'm done. It's over. Dude, these rogue duels were super fast paced. Paladin got a chance to play, Warlock's got a chance to play, Remington still needs to get a chance to play. Man, it is rough. It is rough out there for non-rogue classes. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun with these duels, man. This is super fun. Yeah, what's up, XP? I rolled rogue because of main that was first started, and of course they get there, dude. It makes all the sense. Rogues are overrepresented right now. There's a lot of rogues out there on the ladder. Rogue is one of the strongest classes in PvP right now. They scale really well with endgame gear. Boys, let me know who got a group and we'll get you guys back up and running. Not enough nerd death throwing them and nerd to dethrone them. Yeah, I think they're still going to be really good. Sable, I agree with that though. This PvP changes though. You like it, Taxi? What are your thoughts? Do you think the PvP changes are going to be enough to make rogues less good? Paladins are crazy, Ryan. Dude, what's up, man? Yeah, Paladins are looking pretty good too. It looks like Paladins are going to gain a little bit more sustained damage in PvP, but then lose out a little bit on that. Just I'm going to bring back Creeping Death. Ooh, wait. Is Creeping Death the one where you drain and you extend the duration of dots? Is that coffee? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I need it, dude. With my save schedule, I need coffee. Revive Down has been dead for years. Really? Okay, cool. What's this? Out of here. My phone literally, I got a phone call. My phone is like potential spam. Risk level yellow. I'm like, okay. I guess I'm not taking that call. No Creeping Death makes dots tick out 50% faster. Yeah. Wait, that's actually huge. Wait a second. Oh, wait, I see what you mean. Okay, Creeping Death is the one where it's like, it's a talent. It's not a PvP talent, it's a talent. So instead of Dark Soul's Terry, you're just gonna go for more faster. Oh, that could be really good. That could be really good, especially with them buffing dots. That's true. Hey, dude, I would have loved for that talent to be a thing for PvE too. Imagine if you had like a sustained dot-based gameplay for PvE. How good would that be? Maybe in Dragonflight at this point. Yeah, at this point in Dragonflight. Also, very excited to see what kind of talents Warlocks are getting in Dragonflight too. Very excited, boys. Very excited. Yeah, Sudden Titan, we got 5 or 4 out of 5. They need one more, boys, if y'all want to join him. Too fast trying to put a group together. Apparently, we're 4 out of 5 for Sudden. I guess listed. Maybe. You can play with PvE really well. Is it actually good for PvE because my left graphic extends dots? Oh, you're actually right. Wait, is that actually meta? Do people play that? You are correct. That makes all the sense in the world. I want to see if anybody actually plays that though, because that a meta build at all. It looks like, at least in rating, Darks and Misery is still a very popular choice, but maybe individually in each boss, maybe it's better there. But it does make sense to like extend it. It does make sense to play it and have an extender build. Maybe Mythic Plus is to play that. Although not a lot of fixed warlocks and Mythic Pluses. It looks like it's not really picked up yet, but maybe one day. 5 out of 5, let's go. Sudden Titan and Sasha Pro on the ready, boys. Let's get up and running, yeah? Will never be meta in 3s. Too many globals, but in 2s it might be good. Yeah, I'm liking that. Sorry about that, boys. Sudden Titan and Sasha Pro. Let's get him in here. 5 out of 5 here. Do I need to add you too fast? I guess you took over Johan's group, right? So I gotta get you in here. Man, shots are fine. Base tree is the problem. Well, so what would you change with the base tree, Seavark? How you doing, by the way, my guy? Yo, tell me what you think about them. Because I'm not really mage main. I think they're giving you guys, what, breath? They're giving you like some PvE talents. There's cooldown reduction with Night Fae. Are some of your best utilities too far in the tree? Or are they just not giving you guys enough of like good utilities that you're looking for? Because a lot of it is condies. A lot of it is Shadowlands condies. With like Ice Block and stuff. The base tree has too much utility and non damage increases. In the mage tree? Okay. Maybe that's what they're trying to go for. Literally every rated mages in the spec tree are fine, besides some of the frost in the base tree are bad. So that's wrong. Is it? Okay. Base rounds are fine. Literally every rated mage says it sucks. Aren't fine. Yeah. Okay. I think you guys are on the same page actually. Except for like spec trees. Spec trees are looking pretty cool. Were you hoping to get more across like fire mage, arcane mage, frost mage gameplay? Like for arcane mage to have some good fire abilities too? To Twitch. Like more than just meteor. Because like arcane is still just stuck to the arcane skill for the most part of their damage. We got ourselves. There it is. To Twitch. We got ourselves you for real. Over for the team 1. Trying to see if we can tussle. Versus Juroko. Got himself the flame shot. I'm liking that silver hunter set. Yo, full dodge is absolutely belting you for real down as he's hanging out behind the tombstone. Trying to see if he can get himself some coverage. Gonna be a slow into Jericho. Got himself immediate chicken for the hammer. Justice trying to not get locked down too hard. Hand of freedom keeps him moving though. He's gonna have some of his ceiling reduced by a little, but should have the globals behind the pillar in order to catch back up. As Jericho trying to find an angle on him. Or for the team 1, we got ourselves Tagsy, we got ourselves Reventy, we got ourselves Alexis, and we got ourselves Chew the Fat. Is it the real Chew the Fat, or is it the non-real Chew the Fat? Is my question. Gonna be Jericho getting slammed down with massive teleport verdicts as you for real waddling towards him, trying to keep the holy power generation high to get some word of glory to stun. No more chicken available. Maybe he has himself a pet sack to survive some of this damage. Definitely needs himself some CC. That's gonna be immediate feign death, breathing trap, and Chew for real had a big old Templar's ready to go into a bubble, trying to see if he can maybe just waddle towards Jericho, maining a turtle. As Balak closes the gap, Turtle to prevent the damage, trying not to get bonked down by the final verdict. Doesn't see if any more crack control, trying to see if he can disengage away slow from you for real. Next hand of freedom is going to keep him deadly. You need a stun or something, anything going to be a stun. I think Jericho may be down for the count. Oh, it just gets slammed out of the park as you for real cleaves him down with Mogdam not given an opportunity to recover at all, charging in immediately. Doesn't want to give this Paladin any chance to make a comeback play at all. Spear, trying to keep it in place. It's going to be maybe Blessing Protection. It's going to go for a bop in order to immune that Spear. Going to be reflect down for Mogdam in case there's a Hammer of Justice waiting for him. But he's walking into this duel with full cooldowns. Uses Spear without burning a Reckless Abandon. So he still has a lot of damage ready. Big leap, covers a large distance, and he's going to get a charge around the corner versus you for real. Got himself a short proc, or maybe real Reckless Abandon. It's going to be tricking out of the stun, trying to see if he can decimate down you for real. Just looking to crush him. Keep slashing at him over and over, absolutely just tearing him apart. Shield of Fate is not really stopping this onslaught at all. Got himself a little bit of those crushing blows in order to give him some movement speed. Reflect in case there's a Hodge waiting for him, but looks like the Paladin broke free for a second with a Hand of Freedom. Got himself just a little bit of movement speed just to get around the corner. Speaking about movement speed, Long Arm of the Law is returning in Dragonfly Boys. It's not quite as effective as it was back in the WoW days, but it is better than nothing. Together with the Hand of Freedom movement speed, Pony, and that, I mean, that could give Paladins considerable mobility. Quick chargeable Mogdam looking to get next to you for real, but couldn't quite keep the pressure rolling. Hand of Freedom just keeps that man moving so much faster than ever. And Mogdam just needs to find a way to catch up to the guy. Trying to see if he can spear him. Maybe he doesn't need to catch up to him. Maybe he just needs to keep him in place. Blaze to follow. Does give him some Alexis embedded. You for real trying to see if he can maybe live through this. Spear not let him go anywhere at all. In that execute range, Mogdam with a reflected kiss. There's a Hodge waiting for him. Hodge does stop him. No more chicken available. Does the Paladin turn it around onto the warrior? Mad cleave onto him. And the boy has to go for a fear with a big heal. Charge out and catching up a lot of self heals. With the commanding shout giving him a little bit of borrowed health. Eventually he's going to lose that on it, but so far while he has a bigger health pool, he does utilize it well. Got himself a pretty fatty heal. If you can interrupt the flash cat, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Got himself a proc of Reckless Abandon, using the crushing blows to stay up with the Paladin. Gonna be the Paladin reflected back in magic spell, so he always has access to the Hammer of Justice for a little bit later. Shield of Vengeance is gonna reflect back and mock them. As long as he has a defensive for this, he may be okay, but he knows that the Paladin is gonna want to go for counter aggression with that hammer, with that Shield of Vengeance. Stun onto Magdem. Doesn't have the wings, but does get himself Seraphim. A lot of damage. Magdem backing up out of there before the shield breaks. Into charge, spears him in place. Doesn't have anywhere to go, unless the Paladin can break the spear right now. He will be in a tight spot. Gonna be reflected in case there's a Hodge waiting for him. I think he's supposed to. Oh, but it couldn't. But that's gonna be Magdem. Literally teabagging the guy. What a BM play. But man, maybe this guy is so sick of fighting Paladins. I feel like a Paladin versus Warrior duels, the Paladin has a bit of an advantage to a degree, unless the Warrior plays like a god. And Magdem definitely have to play it a little bit slower with this guy. You naturally have to play slow because of Blessing of Protection bubble. But I don't know. Who do you think wins this one, boys? But normally, I guess a Paladin, Warrior, or Fury. Who do you think wins most of them? Gonna be Magdem taking a lot of damage. Revity trying not to give Magdem another victory. Trying to see maybe if those judgments will be enough. Magdem trying to go for a first aid. Does he have a heal immediately? Next global better be a heal. Revity get caught in the fear. Magdem needs to back up out of there, get himself a heal. Maybe a reflect. He may need to charge the Revity with a reflect ready and go for a heal first global. Reflect up. Needs to get himself a heal. Try to make it a bloodthirst. That's going to be a quick heal. Oh, does end up catching himself an independent victory. Spear onto Revity. Got himself a bit of a defense. Down into Magdem. I think it may be over for him. Unless Revity just doesn't have enough finishing power, but looks like he will. Got himself yet another hammer slam. With, it's going to be Ron the Monk up next. Trying to see if he may be able to lock down Revity. BDB down. Zuen joined in. Images in next to him. That's going to be jabs. Not letting the guy go anywhere. Fist of Fury, but they had to bring him. Just let him break away from the fist. Just kept himself moving. I think as a Paladin, that's all you can really do against the Monk. Hand or freedom when they're starting to like ramp up at you and just keep on moving. Stun onto Ron. It's going to be a Blessing of Protection in order to remove the Disarm effect. Ron could go for a Karma here if he wanted to. Quick interrupt on a Flesh Gift. Ron, I think he's saving for that Karma. Wants to go definitely. Oh, doesn't even get a chance. Revity with the Blessing of Protection gave himself enough cover so you couldn't even put a Karma on him. And he just struck him. Oh my god, this Paladin. With KJX trying to see if he can burn through him. Revity, unless he had forbearance off. With this rogue on, he's not letting it go anywhere. Unless he just got a random forbearance just to fall off a little bit early. That's the only way you even have a chance of winning here. But Tags is going to be up next. Got himself that Incubus around the corner. KJX going in for a shadow strike, but not really staying on him. Just kind of walking by. Does get some dots. And that allows Tags to at least get some passive, sustained pressure versus KJX. You got to go through KJX. You got to go through Gloosh. He's got to play it godlike if he wants to win against these rogues. Rogues are so deadly right now. So KJX definitely got himself work cut out for him. Okay. I actually might have to look at the email later, boys. You guys know Rockhat? Apparently they're looking for a partnership. Maybe. Gonna be a kidney shot on to Taxi as he got himself the dark pack. Trying to see if that might be enough protection. KJX looking to continue to slam and Shadow Step back into back-to-back into immediate Shadow Step as Taxi goes in for port. Taxi trying to give himself whatever recovery he can. No more Mortical. Wall with a drain, but that's going to be immediate blind. KJX not it up, but that's going to be the Succubus, or rather Incubus, keeping him busy back there. At least putting a slow on him. Taxi needs to make sure the next global is a mortal call. He needs some healing. Kidney shot, unless he has a human racial. Sag gonna be immune. Oh, they CC by the Incubus is perfect, and the rogue is running relentless, so he can't even break out of it. Allows Taxi to at least get some dots on the KJX. Immediate clock shot is by the rogue. Needs to get a mortal call here immediately. I think he's ready for mortal call. First global. Maybe does get a mortal call. Should potentially be a little bit of healing. He's trying to get full dots, and that's gonna be no clock shots by rogue, fully dotted up. With full CDs by Taxi, trying to see if that maybe enough human racial into a drain. She dead by the rogue, but the dots do send him over the edge. But Taxi just burned everything against KJX. And he still has Gloosh to go up against. This could be really, really bad for him. This could be absolutely just decimating situation. Doesn't have pets next to him. That's going to be an Incubus potentially with a CC. Immediate shadowy duel. The Incubus can't really help him with the Resonator to follow. Taxi can't go anywhere unless he ports. He tried to maybe get him to a port last second. I think he knows it's over. He tried his very best, but the Gloosh with that shadowy duel denied any CC from the Incubus. It made it impossible for him to come back. Chew the Fat gonna be up next. Now, real Chew the Fat or not real? Get a shot, immediately tricketed. Fear onto Gloosh. Try to see if you can waddle around him. Immediate Void Eruption. Try to get the pets in there and everything. Into the Flesh Cap as he's looking for a bit of recovery. All the pets attacking Gloosh around the corner. The mages will hopefully re-engage at some point. The mages? Okay, he's trying to get a castle around the corner. He's trying. Gonna be full PI. Chew the Fat get hit with yet another kidney shot. Gloosh trying to see if he can just slash right through his defenses. Immediate eviscerate. Just crits him before a disperse can come out. Oh no. It's down to Gloosh versus Lexis. It's always down to rogues, man. All these duels end up being down to rogues. Lexis with a different strat. He got him some cheat death. So if he does get locked down by Gloosh, maybe cheat death would save him. Just long enough to live some of those bursts. Just long enough in order to get out of that stun and maybe get a blind to Gloosh. Gloosh going into this duel, full cooldowns, everything. Trinket available, blind, vanish, shadow meld. Lexis also going into this fully, like, actually with LCDs. Gloosh maybe is down in Invasion, down on Shadow Blades, but I don't think it matters in a Rogue versus Rogue duel as much. It doesn't matter to a degree. But the amount of damage those two can do to each other. You look at, let's CC cooldowns more than anything. You look at a Vanish to escape. Blind to crowd control the enemy target. Maybe a dance shard or two. Potentially maybe Shadow Blades, but those can also proc during your rotation, so it doesn't really matter that much. Gloosh looking for him. Nobody picking up the eyes. Vanish available for both of them. Lexis could maybe commit for the eyes. But looks like both of them are just trying to... For Gloosh, this is perfect. The longer this duel lasts, the more cooldowns he's able to get back. He's able to get a proper evasion. A little bit of weight in terms of shadow dances. Proper shadow blades. It looks like he may be committing to... Ooh, immediate Phantom of Knives. But Lexis, that's going to be Gloosh locking him down into a kidney shot. But it's going to be Cheap Shot Returnal with a Cheap Shot right afterwards. Lexis blinded to Gloosh. Oh, Gloosh may have made a mistake. Gloosh may have made a mistake there. I think Gloosh went in for a stun. I think he should have immediately went for a blind onto Lexis as soon as he got a trinket out of him. Oh no. Gloosh trinketed. Is it over? Oh, there's so much damage. Let's see. Oh, perfect stuns. Perfect damage on Lexis. Dude, as soon as you trinket, you lose. That's what some rogue duels are all about. You trinket, you lose. My goodness. Yeah. I can't believe he turned around. I thought Gloosh honestly was walking in. As soon as he got a trinket on him, I thought it's over. But then he got a trinket out of Gloosh with a resonator. He turned it around on him. So you got a trinket out of Lexis using resonator. Then resonator turn around cheap shot with a resonator on someone onto Gloosh. Oh my god. Force a trinket with a quick blind. The first one to blind. The first one trinket, the first one to blind wins. Second one to trinket, first one to blind wins, I think. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Yo, dude, why are these rogue duels so intense? You know what? I actually kind of like it. Like, with rogues, it's like one wrong move and you lose. My god, hilarious. In any case, if it's two-sided, plenty to see about major trees are, while others love it. I'm currently loving the route Arcane's taking the trees. I'm not worried because they've given us the feedback, so I'm excited. Yes, I am excited about that too, Steve. Hopefully they'll adjust the base tree though. Hopefully they'll adjust the base tree a little bit. Arcane got the rework because it needed it. I didn't get one because we didn't need it. Frost does need one, and the tree helps. Yeah, the tree does help a little. They will just need to adjust certain abilities. I'm sure they'll do, like, I mean, if they hunter devs can just, if the mage devs are the same devs as the hunter devs, right? Then I think their trees are going to be pretty good. Because the rogue dev is also working on the demon hunter trees. So if the rogue trees are doing pretty good, they just need a little adjustments, and they're getting some here and there. But for the most part, rogues are like very, very excited about the potential about like base class tree and the spec specific trees. It's looking really good. But yeah, it's good. So far, we've seen them listen to priest feedback. We'll see what they do with those. Hunter feedback, they continue to reiterate on them over and over. Paladins just recently got the trees, so hopefully we'll see some updates in that regard. But yeah, man. Can you believe it? It's an alpha and expansion, and we got a little bit of that positivity in there. Too fast, I gotta add you. What's your real ID? Did you whisper me what your real ID was? Jew, okay, I got you. I need a... Jew. I'm trying to see how many, I guess 16 days. Gotcha. Gotcha, Joe. Gotcha. All right, let me know when you guys are ready. Sasha, are we ready? Sudden Death, are we ready? I think Johan basically too fast took over his group, but it should be good to go. Taxi? 5? Yeah, let's go. Too fast. We're spinning really quickly. With a 5-man. Because I know you're ready, but I can't type in the too fast. And it was J-O-O, right? J-O-O. J-O. J-O. It is. Okay. I can get tags over to you. Unless you guys are on the same team. And that's awkward. Spectator match. J-O-O. Yeah, gotcha. And then tagsy. Gotcha. What? Give him a rogue, but close the chat. It's not good, my guy. Thanks so much for joining me, man. Appreciate ya. My group 0. Do we need more for boy? Do we need more for the boy? You have no target. Tagsy, are you lead for your group? Are you online? Wait, let me look. Tagsy, you're not online. As soon as you're online, I can get you. But yeah, we got the boys. Let's go. Hell yeah. Now, in what Wrath of Lich class should I try out for PvE? I tried Rogue, Shaman, Death Knight, and Palace so far. Ooh, I don't... Besides Rogue and Death Knight, I don't really have a lot of recommendations, Jake. I have not tried that many myself. Okay, Tags is here. Perfect. Let's get you boys up and running for another 5-5. I'll play with Tagsy? Sounds good, Sasha. Sounds good, my man. Let's go, boys. Did that queue go through? Maybe? Queue was sent. Hopefully we got us in. Boys. Yeah, let's go. Down sewers. Let's get you guys over in my sewers. By the way, boys, thanks so much for joining us in the last days of Season 3. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully we'll have some fun in Season 4, man. And then we got Dragonflight right after. Very excited. Very excited for the prospects to come, man. Also, I feel like we haven't talked much about the rogue trees. I wonder if those are going to get like major updates. Oh, Dracthier Sword Rachel nerfed by 30% on Forge. I guess the one for you to really use the dragon riding. Okay, I guess it makes sense, but I feel like they're going to get a pushback from the community. Hey, next build is going to be roughly to from 930 to 640 maximum speed. But it's a Dracthier. Dragon Isles and characters race similar footing regards to the ability to traverse terrain. Because some can summon a Dragon Isles, however, this isn't the case in areas of the game where flying mounts are mainstay travel. So it's an important identity for Dracthier from the outset. Was never intended to be a massive efficiency or performance improvement over other races. Those two goals are somewhat in conflict. Soar, fun, and fulfill the fantasy of being a flying creature don't have a race of an outside advantage. Okay, so it's basically them trying to tune the racial. I just don't know. Like, there's not very much combat applicability for Soar, so I don't know if it's good or choice, but we'll see. The Twitch. Gonna be Tagsy first up. Wait, I got wrong one. Wait, whoa, wait, there it is. Tagsy with the immediate Shield of Vengeance with the immediate Dark Pack. Although, honestly, Shield of Vengeance minus the defensive gonna be important as the Rogue AO trying to see if he can close the gap. Just gonna boop it over to him. Is Tagsy playing the Fell Hunter? He definitely needs to swap out the pet whenever he gets a chance. Try to get some dots onto AO. Force out to check out of the rogue. Glocka Shadows to follow the Fell Hunter chasing after him, trying to stay on his space as best as he can. Can AO get away from the pet fast enough though? It looks like it's going to be Tagsy getting some dots on the AO, letting those dots do work. It is going to go ramping up those dots, let him do a little bit more damage, take out a little bit faster. Tagsy is going to have to swap out the pet for a succubus at some point. Unless he's hoping to maybe steal some buffs from AO. But he's definitely got to do something. Got himself a slow into AL. Maybe with these dots he could summon a new succubus. Or maybe just try to keep the pet there since it already keeps the rogue in combat. Stun around the corner. Again, just try to deny the rogue any kind of survivability here. Trying to deny him any kind of CC. The pet is fine taking damage. So this is a weird size you can swap out towards the succubus. Try to see if we can keep the pet alive. And AL will continue to just take all that dot damage from the corruption, the agony, maybe even unstable affliction. Try to see if he can make a sprint towards Tagsy. Immediate slow with Curse of Exhaustion. Dark back right after. AO trying to see if he can make a play. The pet is still around the corner to get a boot by the waterfall. AO continues to sink and Shadow Strikes back to back as Tagsy hits him with a Mortal Coil. Fear to follow, just absolutely rotting him down with dots. It's going to be a advantage for AO, but he's still just rotting down to this damage over time abilities. He's going to be able to dive in himself from time to time. If Tagsy can get him back in combat, he'll be in a fantastic spot. But AO, as of right now, is able to get a shield over and over. every time he dives in the cell. So he's actually able to avoid and absorb a lot of the damage that Taxi had just put on him, which is super rough. AO tried to keep the damage at bay as best as he can, as Taxi having to swap out for a succubus, trying to keep himself alive. It looks like he's been able to survive the whole burst out of the Affliction Warlock, which is super unfortunate. Man, that rogue survivability tool, as soon as you can get out of stealth or out of combat and dive into stealth over and over, use that absorb shield for all this dot damage, it is actually brutal because you absorb all of it. You literally just healed yourself. You literally power word shielded yourself through the full absorb, which is kind of nuts. Get a shot on Taxi. Incubus right next to him. Gonna be a Resonator. Has himself the Dark Pact for it, but it's not gonna be enough. Massive Viscer's burning right through the shield and into the Hellbar of Taxi. Trying to see if he may be able to outrun the rogue, but them Shadow Steps not let him go anywhere. Got himself a bit of a drain. This Taxi looking for a small bit of recovery. Incubus around the corner, stun to AO, and that Incubus should be able to whip AO back into shape. Trying to see if he can swing around the corner, maybe get some more dots onto the rogue. But looks like Taxi again with a drain live, just trying to get himself a bit of recovery. Does catch up a little bit of health. AO still rotting down behind the pillar. Health funnel onto that Incubus in order to keep it alive. Shadow Step from a mile away, it feels like, with an Incubus to prevent the rogues go. Allows Taxi a new opportunity to get all the dots back up and running. With a Soul Rod to follow, AO could be in a bad spot. Taxi maximizing the dots and extending them fully. And AO is actually limited on the amount of time he has unless he can Cloak of Shadows or re-stealth. It's going to be blinded, but the Pets is going to keep him calm. Dark Glare around the corner is over, and Taxi does end up zapping him out with a Dark Glare. There is so much damage to the rogue that's just been able to survive back-to-back as the man makes a return in his full Necrolord glory. Quick fear by Taxi as Ath is feared in the opposite direction. Taxi trying to see if he can reset himself up with better mobility. Ath been freeing himself so that fear can run him a little bit further than before. Movement speed reduced and remove. Movement speed slows, removed so your fear can take you further into Guantanamo Bay. Taxi trying to keep the dots rolling as he's avoiding Atho, staying on the run. Big drainer to Atho. Actually does get him kind of critical low for a second, or at least starting to get him there. That's unfortunate. But Taxi trying to keep it rolling. Get himself the Dark Pact, get himself the Gateways reset. And Atho looking for a bit of the recovery, burning through his mana as those dots are actually putting a bit of pressure to him. Is there an Incubus nearby? Where's the pet? Taxi, did you sacrifice the pet? He may have sacrificed the pet when playing against Atho. Or maybe he's playing the... You know what I think he tried to play? I think he's trying to play the Imp. I think he tried to burn off the Hammer of Justice, but I think he had another buff versus Atho. I think he literally tried to burn off and dispel himself from the Atherman Hodge, but he ended up dispelling another buff entirely. Atherman with a Mortal Coil. Walked in the opposite direction, slows and just completely rotting him down. Got him so the Aegis Stricken to prevent some of the damage happening. It's going to be Dark Glare. You can build up resources off of and maybe get an interrupt on. Taxi does end up killing the... Not killing the pet. Was he trying to auto-attack you? Is that what is happening? Maybe the pet tried to auto-attack him. I swear to God, it looked like he killed over. Taxi sells the dots rolling. Atherman with no help whatsoever, holding onto the bubble, trying to see if he can just get close to Taxi. Maybe he can get enough damage in. Got himself Shield of Vengeance into a stun. Taxi able to remove the Hodge by dispelling it on himself, burning the Hodge off himself by using Imp Sacrifice ability that gives you a self-dispel effect that can be used while stunned, which is actually kind of huge. But also you get that sacrifice bonus of extra bonus damage whenever your dots tick on the enemy target. Try to see if you can set up a UA. No rebuke out of Atho just yet. Trying to hold on to it. That's going to be a UA properly set up. Taxi finally able to get some damage to Atho, who's going to get himself a flesh gift as Taxi trying to see if he can Rapture down, able to successfully do so. And Atherman is fully dotted up. Again, hold on to a bubble, hold on to a bomb. Has his own Shield of Vengeance. May want to use the Shield of Vengeance defensively. Another dispel by Taxi, just unable to lock the Warlock down at Alice. Atho's looking for a full recovery behind the pillar. Does actually get quite a bit of it. Taxi trying to keep the dots rolling. He got himself quite a lot of pressure. Atherman has no way of locking Taxi down unless Atho can somehow apply another magic effect that can be dispelled. He needs to put a hand of hindrance on Taxi, then stun and hope that the Imp dispelled only removes a hand of hindrance. So Atho needs to have himself a wombo combo of abilities, one after the other if he wants to find a chance. A potential locking down Taxi. Big drain, does not have a rebuke for it. Full UA. Taxi just messing with him. Shield of Vengeance up for Atho. Maybe can turn this damage all of the dots to reverse damage on Taxi, but the Mortal Coil set him in the opposite direction. Dark Glare absolutely blasting him out. Finally gets a stun on Taxi, but again another spell with a port. Immediately backing up out of there. Got himself the Soul Shape. Atherman looking to catch up, but he just cannot. Trying to get himself a cast of Fear versus Atho. It was a rebuke, but that missed with a Fear and a full drain by Taxi. And now Atherman has nothing to stop this burst. Only has a blessing of protection, maybe wings healing, and that's really about it. Taxi, I think, got him in a great spot. As long as Taxi does not get locked down with a stun, I think he wins this one versus Atha. Maybe there's a way the Paladin can return and come back. We are only 40% dampening into the duel. Taxi ramping up all these dots. May potentially be deadly. Got himself so much mobility, can just avoid Atha. No way to stop this man. Just running like a madman. Landing those dots. Just rip Athaman apart. Oh my goodness. And Affliction is also getting buffed with dots, man. These dots are pretty deadly. But they're going to be even stronger in the Season 4. Athaman fully downed up another UA. Doesn't he have a rebuke for it? Looks like he doesn't. Mordecai does have a way to burn off that hot shit again into another fear. Athaman. If only Athaman was adaptation here or something. Maybe then the spheres could be broken once in a while. Big drain into Atha. Get himself flashlight. He is trying to fight these dots as best as he can. That's all he can do. He can't deal with these dots. He may be able to use a shield of Venus to force these dots in order to proc a damage shield and maybe splash damage on Taxi. He needs to get the hand of hindrance into a stun. He definitely needs to use both of those things. And Taxi able to port himself away. Does he get to break the hand of hindrance though? When he ports? Is that what's going on? Does he port as soon as he gets hit with a hand? Because Athaman needs to find another ability that can be dispelled on Taxi. He needs to apply another magic debuff on him, so then when Taxi removes magic debuffs, he only removes that, but not the Hodge. I don't know if there's anything Atha can do then, besides kind of hindrance. I actually don't know if there's anything he can do. He may be in a situation where he may not be able to counter this at all. He was able to counter it once, but I think Taxi is now just, he knows exactly the strat. Full Star Rod, full damage. Athaman trying to see if he can survive with the Aegis, but it's going to be Malefic Grab, just spam down, burn through Aegis, big drain, no health whatsoever, Shield of Vengeance, but it's still panicking, actually in such a tight spot right now, trying to heal, but those dots, if you ever just stop healing yourself for a global, they just end up sending you over the edge. Not much you can do, and Huge Buttman make a return. The boy makes a comeback. Got himself the Fire Elemental versus Taxi immediately. It's going to be Frost checks to follow. He has himself big slams. I think he's going to be playing the Lava Burst build, isn't he? If he can get himself a big Lava Burst with his Taxi, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Light and Lassa just trying to hold him in place, maybe knock him back, doesn't disrupt that drain. And that's going to be potentially Huge Butman with a big Lassa Burst, trying to see if he can get himself a bunch of procs. Lacentis to follow, does get to ascend for a short moment, trying to get some damage. Big Earthshock versus Taxi. Frost Shock right after, trying to see if he can land a Hex, but it's going to be Quick Fear on Taxi, keeping the dots rolling versus Huge. Swapping on the pet so he can maybe get an intro versus Huge Buttman. If he can get the Dark Glare over there, Huge Buttman gets another set of Ascendants. Real fresh to the Flame Shock versus Taxi, trying to see if he can catch up a little bit healing behind the pillar. Could go for a Fleshcraft. I think he's trying to see if he can get interrupted, so he may be able to go for a proper Fleshcraft. He's going to be taking down the pet. Taxi taking down the Fire Elemental. Which one of these pets is stronger? I think actually Taxi's pet with interrupt may be the stronger pet. He needs to make sure he's worrying about it at all times. For Huge Buttman, the Fire Elemental is good. Wait, you just use the Light and Shield knockback effect? Oh, so you use that as the new PvP talent added in the last season, I think. A knockback with a Light and Shield. I like it. Gonna be a fear onto Huge as the Earth Elemental comes out. Maybe the Earth Elemental can stun Taxi during his burst. Full damage is available. Ramped up with the Dark Glare. Taxi locking down Huge with a drain to follow Metal Capture. It does set him over the edge. Man, that dot damage, that dot pressure, unless you got a defensive or you get an interrupted Taxi, it is impossible to shut it down. You have to get some kind of a big defensive, and you got to luck out on half of it. Naze gonna slow down immediately. That's gonna be all the pets on him. Still playing the Demonology while Taxi is playing that Affliction Warlock. By the way, I love Naze's Mog, dude. Got himself a sword. He got himself what looks like also a not a sword, but it's a lantern. He got a yellow Mog with a nice like a plain hoodie. It looks like a proper Warlock. It looks like a proper caster, like a kind of like a low fantasy caster, not super high fantasy. Stun on the Taxi with the Tyrant joining in. Plus, I'm going to be Naze with a Mortal to follow. Just locking Taxi out completely. Taxi with a port, trying to see if he can give himself a bit of recovery. Definitely needs to go for a Soul Rod onto these pets and maybe a potentially big drain. UA onto one of these pets. Does he have anything for Naze? Mortal Soul Rod onto Naze. Does get interrupted. Drain versus Naze. Trying to see if that may be enough. Definitely needs to go for Soul Rod on all these pets and use it to heal. Trying to. Does he get to drain all these pets? I recovered all that health. Look at that drain. It's so good. He needs to get himself another one if possible. Trying to get some Malefic Raptors versus Naze. Naze with that wall and Taxi backing up out of there. That Soul Rod on all these pets. And a huge drain does give himself a ton of recovery. Stun onto Taxi. Just under a ton of pressure. Naze kind of lowish in health. But he has himself so much momentum. these demon pets are just amazing at keeping momentum rolling. It's just so much. Taxi can't heal off these pets, but them stuns and everything. It's just so much pressure. Stun, Mortal Gold by Naze. Taxi trying to see if he can walk away from him. Naze trying to keep him slow with a curse of exhaustion. Taxi trying to get the dots back up in there with a drain. Does he have an instruct? No, he does not. And Taxi does end up taking him out. With too fast, Shadowlands does not want to give Taxi an opportunity to recover at all. He does have a dark pack. Does use it immediately. Is it going to be enough? They're trying to get a slow burst. It's too fast. Needs to get a port. Just port away for a second. Drain to follow. Gets up a little bit of healing. Cloak of Shadows for a rogue really early. Jax needs to get another pet. Trying to summon a Syed. Gets interrupted. Does he have a gateway? Oh, try to get a pet last second, but that's all he can do. There's literally nothing you can do against the rogue just going after you. And you got nothing. Too fast. Trying not to give a trick it up real quick. Blind onto Lexi's. Blind to follow. I think it's over. Unless Lexi's missing a mistake, I think it's over. As soon as you trick it and you're blinded, it's over. Oh, man. Crazy. Sap into too fast. Lexi's trying to get some damage in. Cheap shot with a Shadow Blade. Ready to go. Curious setup. Unless you make a mistake, it's over. Whoa! Wait! Disarm onto too fast. He lives. Looks like he used to pick up. Got himself a re-stealth. Sap onto too fast for a second. Shadowy duel. Lexi's getting down with a resonator, but he's gonna be able to vanish out of it. Too fast. Trying to see if he can get the pressure rolling. Lexi's trying to go too far. And then trying to get a sap onto too fast. Does get hit with the Phantom Knights. Disarm onto Lexi's immediately. Does not have a blind anymore. Too fast. Better make sure there's no cheap shots on him. Getting a shot. I think it's over. Kyrian. Lexi's. Do you make a mistake? No, he doesn't. Lexi's almost lost that one too. He almost lost that one. Crazy. Taxi with him 4 boys. Or 4-1, I guess. Because he did die eventually. But he did go 4 back-to-back, boys. Man. If Lexi's broken 1-1, it is very strong 1-1 Atho. And it's only going to get better. No lie, dude. That lock is a beast. He is amazing, dude. That's Taxi, man. It's your boy. If you haven't heard the name Taxi, you're living under a rock. Let's get another one going, boys. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Aziz? Judging by the alpha so far. Too early? Alpha is very early. What is the meta for Dragonfly looking like? Really early question. Way too early. You know when is the right when is the right time to look for the meta? When the game is released. I'm sorry, chat. It's so difficult to tell 100% guarantee because all these classes have not been tuned. Like all these classes could be kind of like mediocre, but if they're tuned really well, oh my god, they're amazing. All of them have potential for it. But I do think some classes are looking like a mandatory pick at some point. It looks like Evoker is going to be really good. The raid buff seems really nice, and the damage profile seems really good as a healer in DPS. Rogues looking like Assassination is getting a raid buff or debuff, which may make him at least mandatory. Owl with a cooldown reduction looks nuts. Besides that, what does it got? Mage. Mage is still looking really good. The talent setup they got is fantastic. Hunters are actually also looking really good damage-wise right now. Paladins of like Retribution looks like he's got a pretty improved AoE kit. You may be able to go for like a giga AoE chat burst, which is maybe even more sustained pressure with it too. Because there's so much emphasis on judgments and hammers and hammer ras. You may have some decent damage inside of wings too, like very decent damage. It's no longer like all wings. It looks like there's a lot more damage inside of it as well. That it all depends on tuning. Protection Paladin could be really good as a tank. Bear Druid seems really good. Druids in general don't seem bad at all. The fact that all of them can pick up Innervate as Feral, Boomy, whatever, it's kind of nuts actually. Shamans are looking amazing too. The totems they got going on for party defensives looks amazing too. It's way too early, boys. Way too early. Like I feel like anybody making a video like, hey, these classes are going to be the best classes you should be looking out for to play in Dragonflight. I feel like it's at most is a guess, right? I want to call it disingenuous, but I also don't feel like it. I would normally call it like, it seems like a disingenuous video because we're not 100% sure, but maybe it's like hopeful. It's like hopium, right? It's hopium and guesses. So don't take any of those videos, even if some title says these classes are going to be top tier. Unless that man literally got a time machine from the future that played Dragonflight like after the release. Unless he's literally from the future, I won't believe him. Don't take the titles too closely. Watch him as like hopium and guessing. And just take it as is. Take it as that. I can't tell you the classes to watch out for, that could be good based on the kit that they're getting. That'll be Shaman, because those totems look amazing for PvE and PvP. Party buffs, but also mobility, knockback, a stun, restoration values this, enhancement. Great for them too. Elemental, also really good in that regard. Shamans in general just have more of a kit for party orientation. Mana for your healers, that could be really good. Even if their damage is amazing, that could be something that you would maybe even bring a shaman, and if that mana is huge, you would just put him in a healer group and you would drop the mana totem on cooldown, which could be massive. That could be a huge mana return in a raid, potentially. Or put them with the tanks or other DPS that are squishy, so you could drop down the totem for physical damage reduction. That could be great for tanks. 10% for 15 seconds or something, or 10. That's massive. It's a big defensive, and you could use it every 30 seconds or something. That's huge. It's actually crazy. We got these boys back in here. Yeah, let's get you guys in for one more. Oh no! Wait! Ah! That's what I was hoping that wouldn't happen. It's a 12-year-old arena. Another class that has potential is Rogue. Again, poisons for assassination, that debuff for raid. Could be huge. That's the Diva Aura. And the cooldown reduction for Outlaw. That could be incredible. I mean, depends on how they tune it. But if it's tuned well, cooldown reduction is massive. It's valuable. I think a lot of people have learned it in Shadowlands with so many abilities giving cooldown reduction. It is incredible. You're able to use more of your basic and major abilities more often. That's more metamorphosis, more wings, more icy veins, more combustions. That's massive. Right? Depends on how aggressive the rogue plays with a combo point churning playstyle. Plus the basic kit of rogues with all the utilities I got recently. It looks really good. On Fury, I think they're gonna keep it to enhanced to make sure enhanced stands out from the old specs. But we'll see. Maybe they'll change it. I literally hide those channels. You gotta main this in DF. Come with just the alpha, which is talking about. Yeah, it's yeah, well, class of people saying that you have to main this in Dragonflight. To commit to maining a class right now, it's really early, dog. You'd be like, "Ew, main this class," and then you're gonna have a video a month later, "They ruined this class," because it's gonna be down to tuning. A class may have a good utility, but if it's tuned not well, because none of the class damage is tuned at all. It's the worst when it's a video. Main this, it does a lot of damage in the alpha. And it's Douglas, he got a broken talent. It's doing too much damage, and even Blizzard acknowledges that the channel's broken. Those are the bad ones. Twitch. Huge Blackman gonna be first up over for the team. 1 versus. You for real? Try to see if he is for real. That's gonna be a bit of Trinket. You for real goes. You for real? Trinket? Was that a Hodge? That might have been a Hodge. Knockback by Huge. Second knockback. You can't go anywhere. Hey, make a third knockback. He just tossing him around like a beanbag. What is this? That is the funniest move ever. Huge Buttman just yeet this guy around. I love it. He's bouncing him against the wall like a tennis ball. Wait, that is so good. That is so good. Oh my god. And I was saying to myself, man, I'm not a big fan of this arena. This could be a pretty bad clip, but does that by that alone. Just by that alone, I already enjoying this arena. This duel in particular. That interaction. Can you do that again? Bounce him up against the wall like a beanbag. Oh my god. Stun it Huge. Does he go for a knockback? Potentially does knock him back, but he's taking quite a bit of damage. May have to rotate a lot of defenses. Like the lasso, immediate Trinket with a knockback to follow. Try to see if he may have given himself enough room to get a Hex. It does go for a Hex. You for real does go for a bubble. Oh my god. That is way too much damage from a Paladin. My goodness. Ah, man, that's all you could really do. Yeah, I think Huge played that as well as he could, honestly. All you could do is hex him and hope for the best. He didn't press the wall, but also he didn't expect for Paladin to immediately bubble out of a hex. Most Paladins don't press a bubble, but this man was like, I am taking this kill. I'm taking that man down right here, right now. Athman gonna be up next, trying to see if he can get himself a setup versus You for real. 2 minutes in a duel. With the flesh cap ready to go. You for real try to get a flesh cap to his own. Athman is just letting it happen. I don't know if he had a hand of freedom for it or not. Maybe he did. But just letting it happen at this point. Just letting him do his thing. Athman trying to see if he can maybe get some resources. You for real back it up. So You for real no longer has a bubble. He does have basic protection, but as if it's gonna stop any kind of damage from Atha. All these paladins do so much holy damage. Athman with the relentless, so is you for real. So both of them have fast stun reduction. It's going to be full burst out of Athman. Trying to see if we can maximize the holy damage with the blessing of protection, but it's not really going to be able to stop a lot of this damage. You for real trying to play it very defensive. Hand of Freedom, pony up with the Wake of Ashes just to generate those precious resources. Word of Glory spam is always really good. Athman with the Hand of Freedom, hides around the corner, does not go for the human Rachel, just trying to hold on to it until later into the duel. Decided that he may just hold on to it and use it for the next competitor. Shield event is up for you for real. Could potentially use this to reverse back. Athman has got himself a shield of his own, so you for real is a bit of danger as his shield pops. It's gonna be as the shield popping, but Athman finds himself a lower health. Does he get a lockdown onto you for real? Is that enough damage to take him out though? Does he get the procs that he needs? Has the hammer slams, but it's not enough. You for real able to escape the crushing blows of that hammer, but it still has very, very low health. Word of Glory helping recover a little. Wings out of left field. Athman with a bubble, trying to make sure he's playing very, very carefully. You for real with the wings, trying to see if he can turn that aggression into defense and use that for recovery. Athman getting a bunch of procs at a perfect time. You for real lag for a bit. Looks like he's back in. Still super low in health. Hand of Freedom to Atho as he's trying to give himself a flash cap, denying the flash cap. You for real could go for flash cap of his own at this point. I think he should be back up. Atho with a stun. Does this man have a human racial? Unless he just lives his burst. Atho trying to see if he can take him down. One more swing. Crusader strike is a swing. Oh my goodness. With Gloosh right around the corner, immediately stunning Atho. That could potentially be a blessing of protection. Trying to see if he can waddle out of that resonator, and nothing Gloosh can do to stop him. Try to see if you can get him slowed. I don't know if you can you shift through blessing of protection? Is that a thing? Because if you could shift through blessing, give him a 70% slow, maybe you would keep him in the resonator. But I don't think you can. Because Shiv is a physical attack, and blessing of protection I think stops all physical, even if Shiv's damage is nature, I think, because it's a poison application. Or is it physical with poison? Maybe one or the other. Either way, I'm pretty sure Shift can go through blessing of protection is what I'm trying to say. 4 minutes of the duel, actually getting close to the 5. Athman doesn't have a lot of immunities to work with. That is a rogue. They're very, very deadly. No more resonant trinket, but Shadowblade still could be proccing inside of the kidney shot wombo combo. Consecration on the ground, Gloosh walking after him. Kidney shot, full Kyrian burst, trying to see if he can make a play. Athman does get himself the Aegis in between. Stunning to Gloosh, does just trick in the last second. Athman maybe can use the swings to get himself a bit of recovery. Gloosh with an evasion. Athman can still maybe generate some holy power from the rogue. Hand of Freedom to keep himself rolling with a blind onto the paladin. Gloosh actually having to rotate quite a lot of cooldowns versus Athman. Smoke bomb, sab, blind, all that stuff was used. Trinket was used. So potentially, if anything, Atho is chipping away at Gloosh's cooldowns to hopefully eventually get him in a situation where, well, the guy's not going to have much versus whoever's going to be next. Trying to see if he can survive the cheap shots. Atho needs a heal in between. Oh, that's going to heal with a Warlock Hellstorm from Naze. And that's a Word of Glory into a stun into Gloosh, just walking away from the guy. He's going to throw some hammers to keep him in combat, hit him with a slow. But looks like he's mostly going to go behind the pillar. Definitely needs to keep Gloosh in combat as best as he can. He is going to stay in combat with that Kevin Slime. Flash Craft around the corner. As Athman does recover a little bit of health. Shield Diviners very, very soon. Disarmed by Gloosh. Is going to throw out holy damage. Actually, throwing down some damage with Gloosh. Gloosh with a heal from Tagsy. Popping over a Warlock Stone. Does he have a human racial for Athman to get out of the stun? Does get a human racial with a Shield of Vengeance. No more Shadow Blades by Gloosh. Does have a Cloak of Shadows in case he needs to. Athman does he have a Hand of Freedom to catch back up? Gloosh trying to maybe swing around the corner. Maybe go for a Shadow Step and Trip. Doesn't quite get it. Athman dropping down Consecration, slowing Gloosh down, does dive behind the pillar, should be able to see Atho, hit him with a sap, no way for him to break out. 38 seconds on a bubble, I don't think Gloosh is going to let that thing come back. Resonator, there's nothing you can do unless he makes a mistake right now. He had a shot, it's over. It is over. I guess Rogues, man, there's nothing you can do. Gloosh just came over there and domineered over Atho, with Nae sending out the pet immediately versus the Rogue. No Shiv? Yeah, no Shiv. Yeah, old Pally burst. It is bursty, man. I mean, he actually had Gloosh very, very low for a second there. Just out of left field. It could have maybe potentially had him. It's Blessing of Freedom, not Hand of Freedom. Chat, has it ever been Hand of Freedom? Or, I swear to God it was Hand of Freedom before. I always called it Hand of Freedom. Is it wrong to call it, has it always been a Blessing, chat? Or has it at some point been Hand of Freedom? Hand of Protection. Am I wrong in that? Full Tyrant up versus Gloosh. Maybe he can lock him down. Does he have enough stun lock? Trying to see if he can do it, but it looks like he's going to be able to walk out of there. As Nae switching around from that Night Fae into the Necklord gameplay. Interesting. As Gloosh trying to see if he can maybe back up away from all these pets. Flash cut up for Naze. Does he close the gap to interrupt it? He doesn't. He doesn't want to play with all these pets. Yes, it was Hand of Freedom before. Okay, cool. I didn't realize. So I swear to God, I knew the Hand of Freedom was a thing at some point, and I guess that's what stuck with me in my head. But you're right, it is Busting of Freedom, chat. You're not wrong in that one at all. Stun versus Gloosh doesn't have a trinket. Full Demon Pets are in there with a Destiny Bolt setting up for potentially big Demon Bolts. Does go for a Shadow Step with a Cloak of Shadows. But Naze does get the execute combo. If he can maybe get some Demon Doggers versus Gloosh and go for some Demon Bolts, he could potentially just drop him. 1 Demon Bolt, 2 Demon Bolt. So it's going to be a Shadow Meld by the Rogue trying to catch some restyle, but I think Naze may have 1 more Demon Bolt on standby. If Gloosh could somehow get found out early, then maybe Naze could sink in 1 more Demon Bolt in there, but Gloosh is going to dive into the stealth and sit in there for a while. Let his health recuperate in that soothing darkness. Or not much of darkness with, I guess it is darkness. This arena is just so bright even though it's nighttime. Stun onto Naze. That's going to be a full resonator. Just trying to see if he can take him out. Potentially going to be a cheap shot versus Naze. It's going to be a full lockdown with an axe toss. Gets him with a fear with a blind versus Naze. The pet is still on him. Gloosh should be able to take out the pet easily with that shift. Slowing it down. Should be able to catch himself a bit of a reset unless Naze gets landed side of Gloosh. Maybe Shadow Furies randomly and gets him out in the open. That's the only way you will be able to get him at this point. Gloosh does dive into stealth though. 9 minutes into the duel, 24% dampening. Naze at no huddle whatsoever. Not a lot of defenses left. Does have a potentially Tyrant. If you can somehow use that axe toss and a Mortar Coil to give himself a breather enough to summon a Tyrant, maybe if those pets just decimate all that damage into Gloosh, potentially could do something. Sap into that main Felguard, Wrathguard pet. Big damage on the Naze. Sap on the pet full. Oh, and Gloosh does end up taking him out. But Too Fast is going to be up next. Trying to see if he may be able to Gloosh. Oh, I like that change to the mug. I like that Mage Tower skin a lot. It looks really good with those weapons too. That looks fantastic. Hell yeah. Gloosh skulking about, trying not to run into the rogue, but he might eventually do so. Too Fast hanging out by the eye, potentially thinking about picking it up. But maybe wants to try his luck and just looking for this rogue. Maybe he'll end up finding him out in the open and sapping him. You never know. Next to each other for just a second, I think Gloosh almost could smell. Too Fast actually changed your mug. I was gonna say smell the rotten corpse of Too Fast walking around, but Too Fast is an outlaw this time. I was thinking it was sub for some reason, but I guess the owl weapons make sense. I didn't even realize it was outlaw. But I think for Gloosh, it's probably the best news you've heard all day, because if Too Fast with subtlety, it's a bit of a closer match. As outlaw, I think subtlety has an advantage, though Too Fast, if you play it right, you can absolutely lock down the sub rogue. You definitely can. It's just sub rogue has so much of an opener damage, opener presence. It's gonna be Too Fast, which might have to trinket it. Blind onto Gloosh immediately. Good potential to turn around with a trinket to blind him as well. Too Fast trying to see if he can make a play. Evasion up immediately. Gonna be Gloosh with the disarm. Blind on Too Fast. I think Gloosh might end up taking him out. That's why I don't think you can trinket blind the guy ever. I think you have to save that blind for a little bit later. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. I think you have to get the opener as outlaw in order to beat a sub rogue. You have to force out a trinket out of him. Kidney shot versus Too Fast. And I think it may be over for him. Trying to get himself a sip pick up as he gets low. Does give him a little bit of survivability. But next episode could be deadly. Does he have anything to follow? Potentially disarm him Too Fast. Can't really do much. But he does have himself a little bit of healing. Cloak of Shadows. That's going to be Gloosh trying to see if he can shot himself around. Too Fast uses a pistol shot. But that's going to be Gloosh diving back into the cell with a shot him on Too Fast. Good potential at least get himself a re-stealth. This man isn't dead yet. Trying to see if he can pick up the eyes early. If he can somehow get Gloosh out in the open, maybe it'll be a good spot to hanging out by the eyes, but not quite picking him up. He knows that Gloosh is nearby. He knows he's going to be scouting. Get this shot. Oh my goodness. That is so unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. An immediate advantage before AO can find him. AO skulking over to the eyeballs, man. Is thinking of picking him up. He's got himself the dagger and the katana ready to go. And Gloosh is just as far as he can away from him. Just trying to avoid everybody. Trying to stay as out of line of sight as best as possible. Waiting for some cooldowns. Has a trinket. Needs that blind though. If he can get that blind, he will have himself all the tools he needs to drop AO. That's all he's got to do. Mickey Mouse. First time I'm watching the live. Actually, never saw your faces on there. What's up, my guy? Is it much what you? Is it what you were expecting, or we're expecting the big old cool tune, boy? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. 12 minutes in the duel. 44% dampener. AO could pick up the eyes. Honestly, Do you put yourself out in the open? Do you burn advantage that early? I think it actually is worth. Maybe, I don't know. It all depends on the enemy's CDs. Like if they don't have a trinket, I think you definitely do. You pick up the eye, you vanish, you find them, you sap them, you kidney shot them, and lock them down with a resonator. Looks like Lucius is going to be aggressive here. Picking up the eye early. I think he's trying to see maybe if you can get AO. If you can get a shadow step to him, smoke bomb, trying to see if that may be able to give him a little bit. AO trying not to give him that distance at all. Glitch try to go with a smoke bomb to give himself cover as AO would be running out at him. Shadow step to him, get the opener with a kidney shot. And force cooldowns on him early. But he didn't quite do it. So close though. AO scouting the eyes. Glitch just out in the open. And now it's down to that rogue duel, boys. Just waiting for the both of them. So chat, when was the blessing of freedom, or when was the freedom and other buffs changed from blessings to hands or back to blessings? When was that? What expansion? I think Legion was hand of freedom. Was it Legion? All of them were hands. Maybe they were hands because you had the weapon of tier, silver hand. So maybe it was hand of freedom, hand of whatever. Hand of freedom was Wrath of Lich King to Legion. Really? Then back to blessing and Legion. Oh, so originally it was hand of freedom. Okay. Because I know that I've been calling him Hand of Freedom for so long, and it must have came from somewhere. But I started playing Cataclysm, so maybe I just learned that we're Hand of Freedom at the time, and then at some point they changed to Blessings, and I just never adapted. It's a lot similar to kind of like how a lot of people call Outlaw Rogue Combat Rogues. Still, kidney shot onto AO with a resident person to check on him. AO trying to see if he can throw up down a kidney shot. Gloosh with a blind to follow immediately, trying to see if he may be able to potentially get a kill here, unless he makes a mistake. AO with a vanish. No way. Oh my god, Gloosh, did he just let him vanish? Is that what happened? He just kind of walked away. Maybe he was busy typing, but he literally walked away. AO is still out in the open. Wait a second. Gloosh just didn't quite get him yet. Wait a second. Oh no. Okay, well maybe AO gets a chance here. If he takes down Gloosh, it maybe goes against Lexi's, Reventy, Tagsy. We still actually have a lot of points for Team 2 here ready to go. I didn't even realize that. Looks like they'll separate to the other side as well. Gonna be AO with a smoke bomb. I think he's trying to see if he can find Gloosh. Both of them setting a smoke bomb. Who's gonna get the smoke bomb first? It's gonna be a shadow step by Gloosh first. Oh my god, smoke bomb, smoke bomb. I think it's over. Disarm! Wait! No way. You did not just turn around on him. You did not. With a resident kidney shot, he got nothing left unless you make a mistake and don't crit. Oh my god, AO. Oh my goodness, no way. No way this rogue has been out Gloosh the Gloosh. Are you kidding me? Cheap shot into eviscerates, trying to see if he can take down Reventy. Does not have a lot of defenses. Use that evasion to try to get aggressive, but he's gonna have to back up out of the consecration waiting for him. Reventy with the Hand of Freedom. A dampening man. It's really gonna come down to the paladin popping a bubble, most likely gonna stun to AO. You gotta find eyes or something, but actually all his eyes are down. All eyes are down and all eyes are on AO to see if this man can somehow make it back in this arena. If he can somehow bring it back for his team. Reventy mounting up with a flashcraft. Got himself plenty of defenses to work with. And AO just gotta wait now for him. 15 minutes in the duel, 66% dampener. With Reventy waiting out for him. Has to wait for the eyes, I guess, at this point. Well, eyes are up. He could grab him if he wants to. I think he's expecting for the rogue to be there ready with the sap, but nope, AO's actually super far away. So Reventy most likely is going to have to look out for him. If he goes left side pillar, you may see the rogue. Almost got him in combat, almost. He dismounted to try to use an ability, but the rogue was behind him with a shadow step. That's going to be a Hodge onto AO. Has the chicken for it. Trying to see if he can force out CDs out of Reventy. Does force out a bubble. That's going to be Reventy trying to see if he can slow him down. Trying to see if he can crash right through AO. Going for the big wake of ashes cleave, but AO is able to get out of this scotch-free with a vanish. Avoiding the paladin entirely. Reventy with the eye for now. Wings has the blessing of protection still ready. Forbearance is going to be on him for a little bit. I think AO is just going to have to wait until he can get another go with Reventy. At least the paladin does not have wings this time around, so maybe AO can catch up a little bit of healing. Go for a bit of burst versus Reventy, and then find a way to survive the lockdown while blessing protection is up. Just live it long enough and then make a return, make a comeback. He could potentially still win this one. What's about Ricardo? I know, man, hope you having a good one. Except in Wrath, I didn't know the changed name. Really? I've called it Hand of Freedom sometime and I get confused. Sarah's Space wonder what ability is this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I always call it Hand of Freedom, man. I always call it Hand of Freedom. But I don't think I've ever had a paladin be like, yo, it's actually a blessing. So you guys are not wrong to correct me, but I don't think I've ever had any like that. You know what I mean? Somebody says that doesn't videos need to main X class in Dragonflight. Does he really? Oh no. Oh no. I'm sure he means like, I'm sure he just is like, it's like a clickbait title, but I'm sure he's like, yo, so this is not actually like a go main this, but it's kind of like Bone Man. Oh my goodness, how you doing, my guy? I'm sure he was like, yo, it's not literally mained, just it's a catchy title. Yo, Bone Man.
Thanks for all that you do.
How you doing? Hashtag Bone Man in the chat, boys, showing appreciation. One for dono of 10 bones, my man. Appreciate you, my guy. Thanks so much. Thanks for all, dude. Thank you for being here, my guy. I hope you enjoyed the streams, boys. Hashtag Bowman for the wonderful, beautiful dono. Showing our appreciation, boys. Thank you so much. Hell yeah. Ayo, still hanging out, dude. We're 18 minutes of this duel. What a long duel. It is like actually 18 minutes of 5 seconds. At least for me. Why is it only 18:05 for me? It's 18:33 here. Did I start late? I might have. It seems like it'll be long though. Sad by Ayo. Revenue with only a blessing of protection. Can the AO just make it happen? You're literally waiting for the trinket here. Immediate bop, and AO is just bailed out of the completely, just sprinted. It was like, bop, I'm running. I ain't giving him a cooldown at all. Stun, he's gonna trick it out of it. Revenue trying to see if he can crash all the damage. Cloak shot is with evasion out for the rogue. It's gonna be rogue with the eye for it. I trying to see if he can reverse the damage back to the rogue. Cheap shot the ball, locking down the paladin. Back-to-back wings are up and running. Trying to see if he can get those hammer slams onto the rogue. Does he have a hand of freedom? Does he have a pony? He just is a crippling poison coursing through his legs. Can't really move him that well. And AO dives back in the south. Swift as the wind, waiting out for the wing sap onto the paladin. I think you just lock him down right now. Unless you're just waiting for DRs. He potentially could be just waiting for DRs. Maybe trying to put him out in the open. Does he expect hammer justice out of the paladin? Mark for death, ready to go. Get a shot. Immediate human ratio for Revenue with a cheap shot right after. Try to see if he can lock it down. As Revenue trying to get some counter pressure. The best he can. Stun. Wait, does he turn around onto the rogue? No way. Oh, Revenue actually took it back, boys. My goodness. Oh my god. No way. Yo, closer than 3. Yo, that's huge. Ayo, almost did it. Revenue does bring it back for a seam though. He held in there through rogues resets. Can we ban rogues? That was a long duel, Taxi. You know what? They'll ban themselves over in the I'm sure they'll ban themselves once season 4 nerfs kick in. Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, get back to WoW recently because of you, and I feel really nice even unlike the Nightborn made a rogue. Hell yeah, my guy. And I have a question. Rogue leveling sometimes you can feel miserable. Lol. Is it okay? Or am I just bad? Lol. Felt leveling other classes. Rogues? Okay, so I haven't played Rogue in a bit. I know that assassins you can feel miserable because you don't get your energy regen venomous wounds until later. So you don't get your energy regen for a while. They feel slow. Subtlety, I think maybe in a very similar regard. Outlaw is the only spec that feels kind of better, but also I think it does get a bit of a delay in some of its leveling abilities. I know that rogues at low level, it really comes down to having as much gear as possible, like for PvP, like if you're doing low level BGs, your energy regen is extremely depressingly slow at first, but it does get better over time. So it may be down to that. I would recommend playing Outlaw because it has probably the best auto attack damage. Blade Flurry as much as you can in AoE groups. And you just sip your cup, and that's it. And then once you get some of those energy tools, it starts to get a lot faster. It doesn't feel nearly as sluggish. That may be the problem that you're experiencing, friend. But yeah, it's been a bit since I leveled one, but I think it may be slow because of that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's why it may feel like pretty not great. But at max level, Rogue feels amazing. So honestly, may not be you, my guy. Hey, thanks for popping in. You excited for DF? Yo, enjoying the leveling buffs, dude? Less than a week left for the leveling buffs. On the contrary, it's super fun going up against something more like either. Fair enough. Yo, Jay, already? Did Taxi say ready? 5? Taxi, did you say you're ready, or is it Sasha that's ready? Is it Taxi or Sasha that's ready? Bring in the YOLO specs. Windwalker, Monk, Shaman, MM, Hunter, Fozzy can bring back the unselect heroes of the off meta. Wait, is Windwalker off meta? I thought Windwalker is meta. I'm wrong on that, but maybe. Supplements insane. You get Shuriken Storm 5 comp points like level 20. Yeah, it's pretty nutty. Yeah, you can also try that for Forsen. Playing Outlaw because I want to main and Blade Flurry is helping a lot. Yeah, Blade Flurry is pretty good, but if Jake says you get Shuriken Storm with 5 comp points, pulling a bunch of mobs and just spamming Phantom Knives and Eviscerates may also feel pretty good. Give them both a try. But if worst to worst, Outlaw seems to be like, it's the choice that I see recommended a lot because of its sustain, auto attack damage, energy regeneration, and Blade Flurry. That's pretty decent. But there's no wrong way to play a rogue. Sub and Law feel amazing to level the monitors in the sub and get the energy comp points reaching early at level 26, 630. Yeah, so it looks like maybe you have to get a high enough level in order to get enough energy regen stuff. Taxi! 2 rogues, but 1 is outlaw. I'm okay with that. That's a lot of rogues though. Did we give you guys an arena without rogues? Or what arena is bad for rogues? None of the new ones, right? Kirin is good for them. Mugambala is good for them. Hook Point is kind of good for them. I like Black Rook Hold is also good for them, but I like Rook. I want to do at least one Black Rook Hold chat. Alright, chat. This may be the last duel of the evening, and then if anything, we'll do duels tomorrow for NA. But this may be the last one for the night. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see how I'm feeling after this one. Because I might be taking a break after that. Riku? Okay. Taxi and Jo. Can you guys leave any and all queues real quickly? I'll give you guys 30 seconds to leave all queues. I think I might have bugged out because I think Taxi wasn't LFG when I queued you guys. So leave queues, I'll queue you guys up in like 30 seconds. What about no sub, but assassin outlaws allowed? So assassin is... that's not a bad rule actually. Because sub is the one that's like really egregious. Assassin does have like the Vendetta one-shot though. So it can be egregious, but like only a 2-minute cooldown. Outlaw, yeah, that probably should be a rule. But I feel like it's so late into the season too fast. What I think I will do is, I think we'll monitor how rogues are in season 4. And maybe we'll be like, okay, you know what, sub rogue feels like it's impossible to counter. So those are like no sub rogues. We're playing assassination now, those boys. Just so it could be a bit more even. But maybe the nerfs will be enough to make sub rogues a little bit more in line with everybody. I don't think they're going to make them bad. I just think it would just be nice to be a little more in line. We'll just monitor in season 4 at this point. No, I'm impressed because my Affliction, I have no idea how to control someone that well. Dude, our Taxi is insane. He's been playing Affliction before it was like really that good. Alright. Jo and Taxi. Try to get you guys in here. Yeah, there we go. Black Rook Hold Arena is the one that I like. I don't know why I like Black Rook Hold so much. I think it's the environment, the whole Raven Hold thing, the pillar in the middle. I like the... I think it is these things. I think partially because I watched Attack on Titan and for some reason like these birds, every time I look at them, they make me think of like that Attack on Titan like wings crest they got going on. Maybe partially it's that too. I just like also the dark mode. Like it's a dark mode dungeon, man. It's so nice in the eyes. Maybe that's why I like it too. And then I think it's like very, just looks really pretty. Like it's really well put together. Like when you look at the details and stuff, you don't notice these when you're actually in arena, but when you do take a second, it is nice. It is really cool. Alrighty, hold on. I'm stop gushing over this arena, dude. Let's get some actual games going, yeah? I can't be the only one that sees that Attack on Titan like in the crest, right? I can't be the only one that looks at it. It's like kind of Attack on Titan-ish, right? Alrighty, boys. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Atho. On that team we got AO. We got us this huge buttman as an elemental shamanese. Are you back to that Necrolord or still Night Fae? And we got us a Too Fast as an Outlaw Rogue. Were you in Necrolord? No, you're not. It's Athman, it's Necrolord. Gloosh gonna be first up. Man, they're sending out the big guns first, but Athman maybe can make a play. Looks like Athman's gonna have himself adaptation immediately. Maybe a little bit of lag from Athman's or Gloosh's end. I think some of them lag. Somebody definitely lagged for sure. Gloosh is forced out of tricking by Athman as the wings do come out. Blinded to Athman is Gloosh looking for a reset. Got himself smoke bomb. But Athman has himself human racial, has himself adaptation. Can you use human racial and adaptation like one back to back? Like can he get blinded with an adaptation into getting shot human racial, or does that put it on cooldown for 30 seconds? I don't remember how that works anymore, but that is the bread and butter. The adaptation build may be a bubble out of Athman. Decided before he sees how hard the Eviscerate hits, he's just gonna bubble it. Let Glur sink in, Eviscerate and the comp points into a bubble. And just try to see if he can go for a bit of a reset. Atham is definitely going to have to look for a bit of recovery. Shiv onto Atha. Has himself Hand of Freedom. Goose try to see if he can win him out. Hard to follow. Doesn't have any damage. Doesn't have some procs from the Necrolord Gavel. Got himself Divine Storm's cleaving right through the rogue with a killer shot reversal. As Atham needs himself a little bit more survivability. Massive Eviscerates out of the rogue with a Shadow Blade's proc. Oh my goodness! That Shadow Blade's proc is what really did him in. Because he was doing good damage, but then Shadow Blade procced off of Eviscerate. And that's just going to add the bonus shadow damage to all of your attacks. Make him extra deadly. Ayo trying to see if he might be able to find Gloosh. He may have to pick up Eyes. If he realizes that Gloosh doesn't have a trinket, he could definitely get him. Picking up Eyes, does Gloosh react fast enough? Gloosh needs to react quickly. Gloosh needs to get the opener. Ayo does not earn advantage in order to find Gloosh. But he should know where Gloosh is at. He is aware that Gloosh could go just Shadow Step at him. So he's going to take it easy. He may want to pick up Eyes, burn and vanish, find him, slap him with a kidney shot, and take him down just to make sure he takes him out of the game. Both rogues are in stealth. Gloosh trying to avoid him like the plague as best as possible, trying to be skulking around the outside edges. While Ayo just kind of buy himself some time in the middle, waiting for Gloosh to show his hand, maybe in case Gloosh picks up the Eyes. I don't think Gloosh will be that brazen though. No trinket for 8 seconds, but his trinket is making a comeback. It's going to be a bit more of an even match. Next to each other, doesn't want him to get stop. What? They just walked on top of each other. I'm surprised they didn't spot one another. Maybe Ayo noticed him in the last second? No. Back in the restyle, boys. I mean, what's up, alright, my man? I think we'll be watching the last one of the night, man. Last one of the evening. Gloosh picking up the Eyes. Does he find Ayo? Smoke bomb immediately gives him land side. Cheap shot as the rogue walks at him with a resonator around the corner. Get a shot. Does have a trinket blind versus Gloosh. Gloosh could go for a trinket blind if he wanted to, but looks like he's just gonna let Ayo escape. Does Ayo sit and stealth the whole time? Because Gloosh is a trinket. Looks like Ayo is just gonna sap him and get as far away as he can. As no Eyes are available, Ayo might just have to buy himself as much time until he can pick up a trinket, unless he can somehow get Gloosh's trinket, somehow force it out. Reset versus that rogue, and maybe go back in. Gloosh out in the open. This is where Ayo, I don't know, man. I think he did trinket the resonator. So Gloosh is kind of limited on the burst he has, but the Shadow Blades, I think, is just going to be deadly enough. This is going to be a tough duel, boys. A very tough duel. As Gloosh trying to see if he can find him. No Eyes available. So it's back to that rogue stealthy. Correct, yeah. Evokers with a pressing roll to make rogues even more broken. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a rogue evoker, revoker combo. Your freedom of movement and non-CC privileges have been revoked. It's gonna be a revoker combination in arenas. It's gonna be so deadly. You gotta go for the revoker long blind. Longest skin shots of your life. Ayo get in with a cheap shot as Gloosh does pick up the eye, finding the rogue. It's gonna be immediate blind as he gets low. Gloosh got hit with a dissonant, but he's gonna back up out of there for a second. Does he get a pop sap? He should be able to, right? Does get a sap. Unless Gloosh makes a mistake. It should be his victory. Ayo is an orc, so maybe if he doesn't have a kidney shot immediately. If it's cheap shots, no, he does have a kidney. I think it's guaranteed. Unless he just doesn't crit. Shadow Blades, there's nothing that can stop him. Gloosh get hit with immediate Lassa, but huge Butman trying not to give the rogue much of an opportunity to hit him with a flame shock. Definitely needs to get some procs in there. Frost shock to try to slow the rogue down. The rogue looking to maybe sprint away. Gotta get a cheap shot versus huge. It's gonna be immediate trinket by the shaman. Got himself the Sky Fury down. If Gloosh can't get away from him fast enough, he may be in trouble. Gonna be a advantage for the rogue. This is going to be that stealthy shield, giving him a little bit of cover as the dots are rolling on him. If Huge Butman can somehow find the rogue and maybe get him in a lasso, force a cloak shot as out of the rogue, he may be in a fantastic spot. But it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be really tough. He still has the fire alley next to him, could potentially meteor down the rogue. No more trinkets, so he could be in trouble. Lasso as the rogue does not open up with a kidney shot, so he does allow him a little bit of an opener burst. He could potentially pre-wall this go out of the rogue. He knows that the rogue is going to have a go. It's going to be immediate kidney shot, knocking him back. There's going to be Resonator next to him. And you're just going to take a lot of damage with Resonator. Nothing you can do about it unless you pre-walled that kidney. There's no other way to play around it. That Resonator and that rogue with Shadow Steps, there's nothing you can do to get him off your back. Gloosh avoiding that Shadow crashes Naze. Looks like he's going to be backing up back into the arena. Trying to see if he can set up a gateway, and Gloosh is going to try to take it as slow and steady as he can. As best as possible. Eyes are up. Wait, someone get you out of stealth. Unless you meant to get yourself out of stealth? Was it like a bug? Pretty God, it looked like you just were chilling and then you just randomly got out of stealth. Haha. Gloosh trying to see if he can maybe skulk to the left of Naze. Nate's thinking about picking up the eyes, sap into the pet, cheap shot onto the warlock, trinkets, and immediately axe thoughts, trying to be super proactive with a double stun versus a glitch summon a tyrant. Gonna be immediate blind with Nate's not having access to a trinket. He may be in a bit of trouble. Pet getting cheap shotted. I think he still may go for a tyrant just to extend the duration of all his current pets. That may still be worth. Potentially. More to call into Glush. Kidney shot does get the tyrant. The tyrant could potentially get some damage onto the rogue. Has a click shot as in case he needs to. Get himself evasion for some of these pets, but that tyrant is getting some pressure with Demon Dog is biting at him. It's going to be fear versus Glitch. Smoke bomb to try to cover himself, and he's just going to try to see if he can outrun all these pets. Demon Dog is running out left hand side. Could potentially re-engage. Nay is not letting him go for a proper reset. Could potentially be an interrupt. Nay's got himself a little bit of cast. Fear onto Glitch with a decimated bolt. Glitch needs an escape. Cloak of Shadows as the Demon Bolt flies out. Has advantage in case he needs to. Nay's at no hold whatsoever with a wall. The pet running around so far. Needs a stun, but no, Glitch ends up taking him out with the Viscerates back to back, and that's going to be too fast. Trying to see if you can run by him. Blade flurries, but Glitch with advantage keeps him in stealth. And looks like Glitch at least is going to let Too Fast get the proper re-stealth opener. Potentially, maybe, but it's going to be a stealthy game. Too Fast trying to stay proactive, picking up the eyes, needs to mount up and find Glitch ASAP. Does he see him? He should be seeing him around the corner. Does pistol shot him, denying the rogue stealth. That's going to Blade Rush, immediate cheap shot by Glitch as he goes to Burning and Shadow Dance. Actually, not even Shadow Dance, just had Shadow Subterfuge. He definitely had a dance at the end, actually. And then with a quick cheap shot on the Resonator, take it down Too Fast, not giving him a chance at all. My goodness, boys. What is this? Need more sub-rogue nerfs next season? Yeah, potentially. That's crazy. This is rogues right now, man. Season 3 rogues. It's kind of nuts. I didn't expect for Glitch to go for 1v5 there too. Glitch has got like a close 1v3, 1v2 there. In a couple of these duels, got 2 people down, 2 people down. This was a perfect 1v5 sweep. Yo, they're nerfing that Eviscera by 10%. Do you guys think it's gonna make a difference? That seems like a drop in a bucket. GG ladies, it was fun showcasing the flick to the world again. Yo, Tagsy, be here next week, man, yeah? I know you're gonna be doing RBGs and stuff, but whenever you're not busy with RBGs, swing by the duels, show us how Affliction works. Show us some boss, man. I wanna see you rotting people down. What is that orb that he throws? So this is a huge trinket added for... So for the last few seasons in Shadowlands and BFA, Blizzard has added PvP trinkets that do some different effects, right? So they're all thematic around like the theme of that patch or whatever. So this is a resonator trinket. It's like a cosmic trinket. So they got like a cosmic expansion of the first ones. It's like a grenade basically. You drop it down enough, it takes a little bit and then it explodes. It does a lot of damage to a single target. It technically does more damage when more people stacked, but it's a lot better at focusing down a single target. Sorry for bumping the mic. So you drop it down and it just does 20% of someone's health. Basically, depending on how leveled up you have it or how high level it is. Don't worry, it should be there. Awesome. Not a big difference because I finally get 24% damage. Drink is going to be overkill. Not a big difference because finality is a 25. Yeah, I think that's why they're nerfing Eviscerate by 10 because of finality. A lot of rogues are playing finality and just so much damage. That 10% is a drop in a bucket, man. They might have to do something more. So it's fun, always down. Thanks for those, man. Yo, boys, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Because me, Michael Jason vibes, dude. He just does a mask and like he needs to get a machete, and just wear like a mog that looks like a janitor's outfit, and he can literally be Jason. It'd be so cool. That actually gives me shivers. That'd be so cool to see. I think you just came up with the best idea for a mog. I think so. Alliance can't use this, but I know there's like a skull mask the Hordes get. Alliance may have to find something else that just gives you a mask, but that'd be so good looking. I actually agree with that completely. That would be incredible. But also what the orb is Orpheus. It's going to be gone in Dragonflight though. They could probably be doing some different PvP trinkets. I do hope that they do less of like those cheesy PvP trinkets. Or I hope they nerf them around, right? I hope they tune them. So maybe in some situations they may be usable. But like, I don't know. I feel like a trinket that does damage for you, not great. Pops out of stealth. Shema, dead. Yeah, exactly. Hey, boys, thank you so much for coming by. Live and Skull faction from WoD. Anyone interested? Yeah, Live and Skull for a Horde. I wish Alliance had someone like that they could use. So I would just out of behind stream, big story, just say hi. What if Jason shows up all of a sudden behind you on stream? I mean, that means I'm in Dead by Daylight, right? I might be... If Jason pops up behind me, then I might be living Dead by Daylight, boys. Watching my guildies play Dead by Daylight recently, by the way. Pretty fun on Steam. I think it's I don't know if it's free or if it's like on sale or whatever. You have to check it out. It's not a popular game, but it's fun to watch. I will miss you. It's okay, boys. I'll just get hooked. I'll just get slapped on a hook until Chris Redfield rescues me. And then we gotta get some genies up and running. If you never played Dead by Daylight, you have no idea what I'm talking about. First I'm here on WoW, show me the ways. What's up, Sam? Sam, we're calling the stream here. We usually do streams for 2 hours a day. Today we had a File of Alchemy specialization. Oh, okay, cool, professional stuff. Nice. Today we had a stream. Oh, hey, what's up, Fish? Yo, you? Hey, yeah, my guy. Oh yeah, my dude. What's up, my man? So chat, yeah, we today we did our stream. We usually stream for 2 hours a day, Sam. We'll be back tomorrow for some NA duels, though. You're more than welcome to join it. Have a good one. Yo, thank you boys so much for coming by. Thanks so much for coming. Yo, the best parts of the stream will become videos on the channel going forward. So tonight, I think I want to take a look at some of these class tuning coming in Season 4. And then more Dragonfly stuff, man. Tomorrow, back with the 5V5 1v1 duels, boys. Sunday, we'll see what we do Sunday. But tomorrow, definitely more duels for the boys in the NA, man. Dude, I'm excited for Season 4 stuff. I'm actually so excited to get some dungeons done. I think dungeons are going to be my favorite part. PvP could also be really fun, just PvPing with the boys, you know what I mean? That could be really cool. With some of the class buffs up on the horizon. Hell yeah, and nerfs too, and nerfs. Boys, thank you all so much for coming by. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I'll see all you boys in the next stream tomorrow. Alrighty? Alright, boys. Peace.
I'm walking around in the circle of life, doing the things I know, walking the same ways 100 times with the same soul. But do you ever try to path on the right side, put it up in your mind? But do you ever try to path on the left side, put it up in your mind? Seeing all the water rain fill my eyes.